What is going on, you brothers? How are you brothers doing? It is your dude, your gracious host, Mr. International Passport. Press A1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. We are in for another instant classic. Not a classic, I'm talking instant classic. The moment this drops, it's going to be a classic, man. How's my audio, brothers? Please press a 1 in the chat if my audio is loud and clear. Thank you very much. Mayday, mayday, mayday. How's my audio, brothers? Mayday, mayday. F off, man. Bun that install. Do that tomorrow. Mayday, mayday. How's my audio? Conrad Grant, I see you, brother. Jonathan Hahn, I see you. Sean M, thank you very much. Gabriel Gadsden, thank you, brothers. Callis Phoenix, thank you, bro. So welcome, brothers, to another interesting live stream. I want to say a huge thank you
Can
to
you
my
hear me?
old subscribers. I can hear you, bro. Hold on, brother. I want to say a huge thank you to my old subscribers for supporting the channel over the past few years. Welcome aboard the new subscribers to a very powerful movement called the International Passport Movement. I am International Passport, and I'm here to give you brothers another gem. As always, please hit the super chats, please hit the cash apps, and of course, please join the Patreon. Nate Cali, please post links to the Patreon and super chats throughout the stream. That'd be great of you, Nate Cali. Thank you, bro. Awesome. So today we'll be speaking about Mexican women, and we have a guest called Mr. KJ. KJ, how are you, brother? KJ, how you doing, bro? Oh man, KJ,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, flip sake, bruv. Can you brothers hear KJ? Can you hear me, brothers? What's going on now, man? Why? What's going on? KJ, can you hear me? Sorry, brothers, technical issues. All right, sorry, brothers. Sorry, brothers. Jump back on 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 the stream. Same link. Okay. Sorry, brothers. Technical issues. He'll be back very soon. How you brothers doing? Please, how's my audio? I hope I'm coming in clear and precise. You can hear me, brothers. Thank you. That's great. Technical issues for our guest, but he will be here soon. I apologize for this, brothers. It happens sometimes. Okay, you know, first world problems. First world problems. So how you brothers doing? He's back in. He's back in. KJ, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, brother. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, brother, loud and clear. Welcome back, KJ. KJ, so tell us who you are, where you're from in America, what you do, and we'll go on from there, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My name is Ken. What's going on, brothers? My name is Ken out of Houston, Texas. I'm 26 years old. Um, for my profession, I have a power washing business that I just started about a year ago. And I'm also in the plant business. So those are my two main streams of income. And in my pastime, I just like to, travel and do normal things that normal people like to do.
So, brother, I'd like to now speak more about your trip to Mexico.
hmm
Where did you go to in Mexico? Where did you travel to?
So I've been to Mexico twice, actually. The first time I was in Puerto Vallarta in 2017. And the second time was the most recent was I went to Mexico City.
Okay, okay, thank you, bro.
So I was
Um,
like right in this, which is basically right in the middle of Mexico.
Okay, thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Nate Cali for the £2.08. Cash app, thank you, bro. He says hit the like button, support the channel, brothers. Yes, indeed, brothers. Please support the channel, man. Hit the cash app, hit the super chats. Your support is needed to keep this channel working. time is money, and the hours I put in to give you brothers all this intel is very time consuming. So please support, support, support. Thank you. So brother,
Hmm.
so that first place, what was it called again? Puerto Rico?
Puerto Vallarta.
Okay, Puerto Vallarta.
Yes, sir.
My first question to you, brother, is: are the women checking for brothers in Puerto Vallarta and in Mexico City?
Checking for brothers is an understatement, man. Like
What?
a lot of them prefer brothers. If we're gonna keep it real.
Whoa! Hey, pause right there, brother. You're telling me they in Mexico, in those two cities, women there
Hmm.
prefer brothers? Break it down for us,
Yes,
bro.
yes, sir. So the first time I was at a resort, so I didn't really get to be around the city too much, around the general population. But even there, man, they would greet you with a nice smile. You know what I'm saying? Very warm and welcoming. Ask you if you need anything. They're very friendly. You know what I'm saying? Friendly and nice people in general out there. You know what I'm saying? And with the second time that's when it really got spicy because I was in the city and I was around the general population. You know what I'm saying? And walking around and stuff like that. So the second time is where I can give you guys most of the sauce because that's when I got to interact with the women in the city and the people. I got to kind of walk around and drive around, travel around. And I was more in the city and more focused in the middle of everything.
Okay.
And yeah,
So you're saying brothers should go to Mexico City instead of Puerto Vallarta?
for yeah, it depends on what you're looking for. For like if you're trying to just chill on the beach and you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to get that type of vibe going, I would say Puerto Vallarta is better. But if you just want to deal with some women and you know what I'm saying, as they say, get chose up or whatever, then they choosing out there. They choosing heavy.
Okay. So what kind of women were choosing you, brother? What kind of women were going for you? Because I know Mexico, you have the white Mexicans, the
Yep.
brown Mexicans, and the mixed race Mexicans, half brown, half white. Who was giving
Hmm.
you the most play in Mexico City, brother?
So the part I was in Mexico City was it was mostly white Hispanic women out there in the part I was in, and they were checking for brothers heavy.
You're telling me the white Hispanic woman in Mexico City, we're checking for brothers heavy. What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I was actually with three of my boys. All of us was getting chose on heavy out there.
When you say getting chosen, were they cold approaching you, or was it when you went to functions, women were giving you play? Break it down.
Mhm.
What you mean by you were getting chosen, bro? Like we need to know the specifics. Sorry.
Right. So I mean, we were all brothers, so we stuck out like a sore thumb walking out there because we were one of the only few brothers, especially a group of brothers that was out there. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with the looks, man. They look at you and they stare, and they let you know verbally and non-verbally that they like you. You know what I'm saying? They'll stare at you and then they'll just start smiling. There was people like pointing at us, and I remember one time we was we were getting out the car. We parked in the garage. We were getting out to take some pictures. But as we were leaving the garage to go down the street, one lady, she was driving. She was with some dude. I'm assuming that was her boyfriend or whoever that was. Maybe it was her man. I don't know. But he was driving, and bro, she was trying to break her neck to get a look at us, bro. Like she was pointing, smiling. She was like, wow. She was astonished because they don't really see too many brothers out there like that. Not in that area that I was in. So they're gonna give you. It's gonna start off with a stare and a smile, usually, and then the chick that I ended up pulling out there, that's basically what she was doing. And then I ended up calling her over. We'll get into that too. And then I just called her over and she greeted me with a handshake and a smile, a very warm, welcoming type of greeting. And it just went from there, man.
Brother, you must be some Idris Elba, Denzel Washington type looking brothers if you're getting play like that, especially in Mexico City. Or you must be like 6'5" brothers. Brothers. I don't know, brother. I don't know if you're some model looking brothers. Maybe that's why you got play that heavy. But in Mexico City, I mean, are you brother? Describe to us how you brothers look. You know, are you 6'5"? Are you some sort of model looking brothers? Because this is crazy, bro. Break it down for us,
Well,
man.
well, well, I'm 6'2", and I was the tallest out the group. My other boy Joe, he's like 6 feet. One of my other homies was 6 feet, and then one of my other homies was like 5'9", 5'8". So I mean, I'm all right, man. I don't, get too big on myself. I'm a decent looking brother. I just keep myself clean, I had a fresh cut, you know what I'm saying? Dress nice, look presentable, clean cut, you know what I'm saying? Take care of myself. I hit the gym at least 3 to 5 times a week. I'm not buff or anything like that. I have a pretty lean, you know what I'm saying, normal type of fit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, brother. Thank you very much. That was very important for us to know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so you're saying in Mexico City they don't see too much. You didn't see too much brothers there. You are literally the only brothers there walking around.
Nah, man. I did see another group of some brothers who were from the continent, who were from Africa. I seen a group. There was about 5 of them, but other than them, I didn't see any other brothers out there. Man, we were pretty much the only ones.
Okay, brother, this is great so far. So I want to now touch upon the woman that you pulled out there. How
Mm-hmm.
did you pull her? What happened? Break it down. Break down the whole story behind that woman that you pulled, bro. And we're going from there, brother.
For sure, for sure. And quick side note, you don't have to look like Idris Elba or model or anything to pull a lot of these women and some of these other countries, man. It helps, but you don't gotta look like a model. You just gotta, what I'm saying, be nice to them. Because I've seen brothers who are, average. There's plenty of average brothers going to a lot of these countries and they're pulling straight baddies, bro. It's regular, everyday, average brothers. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
as far as as far as the woman I had out there, man, me and the homies went to a sushi spot not too far from where our Airbnb was, and so basically we were just at the table chilling, you know what I'm saying, eating or whatever. We're almost finishing up and ready to finish up pretty soon with our meal and everything. And a group of girls walk in. It's about 6 of them, right? It's a table full. And pretty much within minutes, it was on. Like they started looking at us, that some of them were like turning around, looking at us. You could see them kind of like, how girls be kind of giggling amongst each other and you know what I'm saying, smiling and stuff like that, giving us the eye. They were basically doing that, right? And we were doing the same thing. We was checking them out. We was like, okay, look at them. Look, got some little shorties over there peeping or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So as we just kind of hung out for another 20 to 30 minutes or so, and they weren't even there that long. I'm assuming they had to go somewhere else that night. They were about to go somewhere else. She told me, I remember. And as she was getting up, as they were getting ready to leave, one of the girls, in particular, who kept staring at me, I called her over. I was just kind of waved her over, and I said, "Hi, how you doing?" She greeted me with a smile and a handshake, which is you don't really get that too much out here in the West. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a stank face or like, "Oh, why is he talking to me?" or nothing like that. No, it was a, "Hey, how are you?" She greeted me with a smile and a handshake. I asked her where she was from. She told me she was from Mexico City. And then I think I asked her what she was doing later that night. She said they were about to go to some club or someplace. And we just exchanged Instagrams. Then I kept in contact with her from there.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Thomas Demihin for the £1.79 super chat. Thank you, Thomas. He says Afro Latinas better than Jezebel we've headed. 3 or 4 quiches. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. In the UK, it's filled with a lot of we've headed 3 or 4 quiches, and that's why me and Thomas have checked out the dating scene in the UK. It's a joke right here at the moment. Thank you, Thomas. Brothers, can we please get the likes up as well? The likes are looking very low. We're over 60 people watching, but less than 50 likes. And I think, brothers, you have to support me. You've got to support this movement. There's no one else that's giving you this kind of intel. This kind of intel right here is CIA level intel. Only the government would know about it. Only Joe Biden knows about this ish right now, brothers. So please get the super chats up, get the likes up, and hit the cash app as well, man. Support the channel. Fresh and Fit get a lot of support on every live stream they do. Me, I'm giving you the solutions to the problems that Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit show on their channel. So can we please show some love to the channel? Show some love, man. Ain't that right,
So,
KJ?
yes, sir. Show some love, fellas. Y'all hit that like button. Go subscribe to my man, man. He dropping some exclusive intel.
I mean, 7 years at this, and I don't get enough support as Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels get. And I'm giving you brothers the solution to all the problems that you see on their channel. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy to me. Okay, all right, man. Let me carry on the stream. So this is great
Yes,
so
sir.
far, brother. So I want to now dig in to Mexican women because I feel like they're, in my opinion, they're pretty hot. Their brown skin. Some of them
Yep.
have nice bodies. Some of them are shaped as refrigerators, but that's for another discussion. So my next question for you, brother, is uh, okay. So in Mexico City, will I only find Mexican women there, or can I find Colombians? Can I find Japanese? Can I find South Koreans, Taiwanese? Black women there, or is it only Mexican women, brother?
So the part I was in, it was some white women there, and it was a really small amount of some Asian women too. But it was really small though. They were probably visiting or something like that. I'm not sure. But I didn't really see any Colombian women like that, or any Brazilian or anything like that. But when we went to we drove down to Puebla, which is further south of Mexico, and we just went down there, take some pictures, kind of chill, check out some restaurants and scenery and stuff like that. And down there is where you'll find more of the Afro Latinas and the dark skinned Mexican women and stuff like that in Puebla
Okay,
and further south.
okay. And did you get love in that area further south, brother? Were they giving you choosing signals and all that stuff?
Yeah, it was the same thing out there, man. Same thing. I was there only for a few hours, so I didn't actually pull a female or get her number or anything like that. We were just down there for a short time. But yeah, it was the same type of vibe. Like they were just looking. You even had kids coming up to us taking they want to take pictures with us. Like it was dope, man. It was dope.
So, brother, let me just rewind it back in this stream. You're telling me that brothers, when they touch down in Mexico City, Mexico, they will get the most love from the white Latina woman.
Mm, I wouldn't say more love than like I say, I didn't interact with that many Afro Latina sisters out there because I didn't really see too many. The ones that I did see were like bartenders, some of the waitresses were Afro Latina, and they were really nice, and they definitely check it for brothers for sure, especially American brothers and brothers from the UK and different places. Like yeah, for sure, because they look at you as kind of like the same way we look at them, like you're foreigners, you're something different.
Okay. What about the brown skin Mexican woman? Because I like that brown skin, that cinnamon skin taste and flavor. Did they
Yeah.
give you play? Did they give you play, or was it only the white Latina woman?
Yeah, so it was mainly the white Latina women because of where I was most of the time I was out there. But like I say, the brown skin ones, yeah, and I love those. That's actually my preference. Like Afro Latina, the brown skin, dark skin ones, like oh man, love them. And the whiter ones were choosing on us a little bit harder because we spent more time in that area. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm sure if we would have spent more time in the Afro Latina and in the where the black people were, then it definitely would have been the same type of vibe. Kind of like when I went to the Dominican Republic. I seen a lot more Afro Latino women out there that I was actually interacting with, and they were choosing heavy. I'm talking about coming up to you dancing. They'll throw that ass on you, all that.
Let me ask this, brother. Um, where were you staying specifically in Mexico City that you were surrounded with white Latina women? Can we get that spot there, please, brother?
Sure, it was by downtown. It's like it's like a little suburb area, like 10 minutes outside of the downtown area, right off the freeway. And me and the boys just booked a Airbnb out there. Nice mansions. It's kind of like it's a lot of hills and stuff out there, so it's kind of like their version of the Beverly Hills, if that makes sense.
Ah, I see. Thank you, brother. So did you come across any pros? Was prostitution a problem there in Mexico City? Because I know it's a poor country.
Yeah,
Did you come across pros at all?
yeah, we seen some when we were on the road driving. We didn't personally interact with any, but yeah, I seen a few of them out there on the strip. You know what I'm saying? I seen a couple
Okay, thank you, bro. Let me read a couple of super chats real quick. Um,
for sure.
Shout out to Mr. Almighty Ray for the $5 super chat. Been looking forward to this one. Hitting up Cartagena, Mexico City, and Medellin this year. Airbnbs in duplexes, high rises, and large condos. Can't wait. I can't wait to for you to have fun there, brother. Reach out to me on IG, brother, as soon as possible on my TV so we can discuss your trip there. I may have some additional intel for you, but hope you have a good time there, brother. Thank you, bro. Um, Shout out to Mr. Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. Hi IP, showing support for this powerful movement. Appreciate you, Conrad Grant, as usual. Always showing support, always showing love. Appreciate you a lot, brother. Hope all is well with you in America. Brothers, please follow his lead and please support the channel. Hit the super chats, man. Support me like you would support Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit. No, support me, brothers. I am providing the solutions to all the problems they show you on their channels. Show me some love, man. Shout out to Khalid's Phoenix Russian alphabet for the $10 super chat. Lots of Mexican girls in Cali. I heard that too. But I heard they ain't checking for brothers too much in Cali. You know, I tell brothers to avoid California. California is a demonic, evil state. A lot of wickedness and evil goes on there. So please avoid the Californian chicks. Californian women are no go. So please avoid any race of woman who's from California. Appreciate you, Cali's Phoenix. Thank you, brother. Let's see a couple more super chats. Um, Shout out to Mr. Gabriel Gadsen. Gabriel Gadsen, Patreon member. Thank you, bro. I will send you that page. I will send you that Discord server link today. I won't forget, brother. I am looking. I am looking into traveling to Mexico in the next couple of months. I was thinking Cancun, but may consider Mexico City or Puerto Vallarta instead. Yes, indeed, brother. Make sure you call in to ask the questions you want to ask, brother. I appreciate your support, brother. Thank you very much, brothers. Please get more super chats in. Please support me, support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Thank you, brothers. So, going on to my next question, brother.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Feminism. Did you sense an ounce of feminism from uh, Mexican chicks at all?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, IP. Um, First of
What?
all, the women out there. Oh yeah, the women out there. For the most of them had on dresses and heels. Is the
Oh,
tip?
sorry, brother. Hold on, brother. I mean, feminism. Feminism.
Oh, I thought you said feminine energy. You said feminism. Feminism.
Yeah, we'll get started later
Um.
on. Yeah, feminism.
Okay. Okay. Feminism. Well. Okay. So we went out to a bar. We went out to one of the fancier upscale type of bars, and I think those women were actually from America though. The ones who were kind of had the stank face and kind of were a little standoffish. You had a few of the native women who were there, some of the Mexican women who were kind of standoffish, but those are more of the Americanized kind of ones, if that makes sense.
Okay. I mean,
And that was when you okay, so when you go to the more upscale part, some of them were a little standoffish and you know what I'm saying, kind of to themselves, kind of had a feminism type of vibe to them. But even in when we were in there, women were still choosing heavy, even in there. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Thank, thank you, brother. Next question is, are Mexican women good looking? And be real with me, brother. Facial wise and body
Hmm.
wise, what are they working with out of 10, in your opinion? Are they good looking, body wise and facial wise?
Face wise, yes, they cute. They're very cute. I would give them, so on a scale. This is how I rate on a scale from 1 to 10. I basically do a six. A five is average. A six is above average. A seven is cute. An eight is pretty. A nine is beautiful, and a 10 is like basically gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. That's basically how I rate in my rating system. So out there, you're gonna see a lot of mainly sevens and eights. You'll see a few nines here and there too. Some beautiful. I've seen some nines, especially when we were out at the club and the bar and stuff. You'll definitely see some nines too. But typically, it's going to be a lot of sevens and eights. In the face wise, body wise too. You have a lot of women out there who are in shape. Now, not all of them. Some of them are pretty top heavy. They'll have like big titties, and their ass wouldn't be, that they won't have too much ass. But the woman I was dealing with, fortunately, she had both. She had a nice breasts and nice ass, waistline. She had curves, pretty long legs. And on a scale from 1 to 10, she was about 7.5 to an 8.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, brother. I know what about the box bodies? Obviously we don't want to deal with that at all.
Nah,
Did
no box body, brothers. We ain't trying to. Nah, man. You definitely got those out there for sure. Those are, and I'm out here in Houston, so you see that a lot out here as well. You know what I'm saying? But for, I would say, so your best bet with that would be to kind of go for the more younger ones. The younger ones are kind of, petite. They got their body right. You know what I'm saying? Long hair, of course, nice shape. The box bodies are going to come from a lot of the ones who either have kids, which you brothers know we not really dealing with women with kids and stuff like that. You guys already know that. So
yep. Let me ask this, brother. Um, so I know you got a lot of play there in Mexico. Was it from young women, middle aged women, or old women? 'Cause personally, I ain't dealing with no middle age or old woman. I want to deal with women that are below 24, 23
mhm.
years in age, so 18 to 23, 18 to 24 max. Did you get play from that age range? Because we want to know, bro.
Yeah. So the main choosing signals from the women that I was getting choosing signals from were in their 20s. It was a few women in their 30s also. You could kind of tell they were probably a few years past 30, but it was mostly mid 20s and early 20s type of women.
Okay, thank you, bro. Much appreciate. And brothers, can we send in the super chats, send in the cash app, brothers? Like I said, support me, like you would support your favorite YouTubers. No one is doing it like me in this passport space. I'm giving you. Someone said Roblox body type. Hey, Roblox, man, that game, man. My cousin plays that game all the time. Jeez. Um, so brothers, please, man, support the channel, man. Cash app, super chats, every stream I do, hit the donations because no one is doing it like me. A lot of time I spend on this channel, hours, time is money. Okay, I could simply keep all this intel to myself, but I'm not a selfish person. I'm giving it to you for free. So all you can do, brothers, is please donate to the channel, like the video, and that'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, brothers, hit the donations, man. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Next question for you, brother, is do they speak English there or must we know Spanish?
It's mostly Spanish. I'm gonna keep it real. It's mostly Spanish. If you're in the tourist part of town and the tourist part of town or kind of close by the airport, they'll speak more English over there, but it's predominantly Spanish. I had to pull out my translator on multiple occasions. But fortunately for me personally, I do know some basic Spanish. Like when I pulled her at the restaurant, I was speaking Spanish with her, like the head is asking her where she's from, and como te llamas, asking her name, like little simple stuff like that. If you know some basics, at least some of the basics, you should be able to get by. You'll be good, but you don't need to be fluent in Spanish or really know Spanish to pull chicks out there like that. Anyway, if you got the translator, you'll be good. Trust me.
Okay, thank you, bro. Shout out to Marvel DC for the $199 super chat. Thank you, brother. DC, of course. I watched the Batman movie this weekend. Great film. Shout out to Thomas Demihan for telling me to watch that film. The Batman is a great movie, so definitely DC for me, man, without a doubt. F Marvel. Shout out to Marius for the
What?
$199. This probably like what? Shout out to Mari for the $199 super chat. Appreciate you, Amaris. Thank you, brother. It means a lot to me, bro. Thank you. So next question, brother, is okay. Um, did you deal with rich women at all there, brother, in Mexico City?
Nah, not really. The one I dealt with, she was just a regular girl. She had a 9 to 5, like a regular office type of job. And I remember one time I called her and she was actually at work, and we was chopping it up on the phone for a little bit while she was at work. And she just has like a regular like office type of job, just I would say middle class.
Okay, wonderful. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain about that. Humble woman working a normal 9 to 5 job
Hmm.
isn't asked for too much. I'm cool with that. Thank you, bro. Next question for you, brother, is okay. Um, did you experience any jealousy from Mexican men? Obviously, you're getting that much play from the native Mexican woman. Did you get any sort of hate, any sort of side looks from Mexican men when you were dealing with Mexican women?
Uh, well, it definitely wasn't up front. If they did have any type of hatred or jealousy towards me, it was discreet and they kind of kept it to themselves. They didn't like it wasn't open, you know what I'm saying? Like for example, when I was telling you about how we were leaving out the garage and the lady was looking at us and checking us out through the window and damn near breaking her neck, like he was trying to drive off and hurry up and get us out of sight. Like he was trying to hurry up and pull off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, not really. I didn't really get too many stink faces from the men like that. Maybe because I wasn't panic worried about them like that, focused on them. But nah, not really, not like that. Maybe here and there, I'm sure there was like, what I'm saying, a little bit of like of that, but it wasn't open or direct.
Okay, thank you, bro. Wonderful. Um, Going on to my next question, brother, is um, okay. So, would you say, from what you've heard and seen, uh, Mexican women are okay with you having side chicks, or are they the typical passionate Latina woman where you can't have no chick? You got it's her only, and that's it, bro.
Mm.
Did you get that feeling from them?
But side note to the other question, you still got to watch your surroundings, brother. So everywhere you go, watch your surroundings, compete game, know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff for sure. But to answer your question, IP, I'm gonna be honest though. Mexican women, Hispanic, and Latino women in general, from my personal experience, I don't know about other brothers, and they may have a different experience, but from my personal experience, they're pretty they're pretty territorial. They kind of like you to your, they kind of like you to themselves, and they want to be that special girl. Now, some Latina women, they don't mind being the side chick or the second girl, second or third girl or whatever. It's just that for the most part, they want to be the main girl. It depends on your status too. That plays a huge role. And if you have status and she see you got it going on, she wouldn't mind sharing you, especially if you know how to work it right and you know what I'm saying. You using that mouthpiece and you spitting that game at her, and she see you on your grind, you on your purpose, you fly, you got it going on for yourself. Like
Yeah.
she'll be like, all right, all right. I know you got a couple girls here and there, but just don't be too blatant with it,
Okay, but she won't have a side dude at all. Hell no, 'cause I don't do that side dude nonsense.
IP. Typically, and there's always exceptions to the rules. We know that there's thoughts and 304s in all over the place, especially these days. But typically, they're gonna usually date one dude at a time. Especially if they like you and they feeling you, it's usually gonna be probably you, and they're gonna usually date one dude at a time.
Wonderful. I know people might start saying IP, double standards, IP. There's no double standards in dating. Men and women are different. It's okay for a man to have different side chicks, and it's not okay for a woman to have different side dudes because we're different. You know,
Facts.
we're different biologically. Just like how men can sleep around with different women can't do that. I don't care what people feel, but men and women are different. Women must have low body counts or must be virgins, and men can do what they want. That's my philosophy. And if you're mad about that, this ain't the channel for you. I don't want no simps here. I don't want no dudes who cash app woman $50 to get a piece of her hair. What kind of simp nonsense is that, man?
I
You know,
don't know. I don't know what that's about, IP, but
crazy.
yeah, man.
You get,
People known that for thousands of years, man. We've been doing this thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's just in recent times people want to kind of play dumb and act confused, like, oh, you can only you it's wrong if you have another woman and you're only supposed to have that one. And I'm like, man, let's keep it all the way real. Especially brothers, black men in particular, we've never really our history shows that we've been polygamous. We've always
yep,
had multiple women.
yep. And you got brothers who are cash apping women to get her bath water. Buying her bath water. That's how bad it is right now in the West, brother. Crazy,
Nah,
crazy. Nah, bro.
hell
I
nah.
mean, if you're on that time on this channel, leave. Just check out and leave, man. No cap. I don't want that simp nonsense on my channel. Let me read a couple of super chats real quick, brother. Shout out to the Field View for the $4.99 super chat. What's up, the Field View? The Field View, one of my new favorite members on this channel. Appreciate the brother for his Japanese intel the other day. Thank you, brother. Looking forward to the Japanese woman and the Filipino
What's up,
woman
Phil
live
View?
stream coming up this week, I believe so, or next week. So, what's the average height of some of these sweet, these sweet white, brown, and black Mexican women? Break it down for me. Which group is tallest, shortest? Big ups, IP. Go on, brother.
So the Mexico City, right, is where I was at. They're mostly pretty short, I would say. With the exception of the woman I was dealing with out there on my trip, she was pretty tall she was like 5'7", about 5'7" ish. So for a woman, that's pretty tall. The average height out there is gonna be like 5'5" probably. For women, it's gonna be like 5'4", 5'5", something like that. And for men, probably like 5'7" or 8", maybe.
Okay, so most Western brothers should overtower these women easily. Brothers, can we
Exactly.
pick the can we get the likes up, brothers? We have over 100 people for 80 likes. So if you're new to the stream, if you've not liked the video yet, please like the video. Please hit the super chats. I want to see a lot more super chats, man. Please support me. Support me like how people support Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels. That's love right there. It means that the message is going out to them. I'm giving you brothers the solutions to Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels. So please hit the cash app, man. Hit the super chats. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you, the field view. It means a lot to me, brother. Thank you very much. Shout out to Mr. Ray Matt for the $5 super chat. Shout out IP and the guest. I'll be making my first international trip to Playa del Carmen, Mexico in a few days. It's mostly touristy, but it's the first step. Ray Matt, hope you have a good time, brother. Ray Matt, please reach out to me on IG. I'd love to interview you when you're back from Mexico, Playa del Carmen, so you can give brothers the intel as to how the women treat you there. Okay, so reach out to me on IG as soon as possible, Ray Matt. I'd love to interview you about Playa del Carmen in the future. Okay, brother. Thank you, man. So My next question for you, brother, is body count. Body count is extremely important for me. Can I find virgins and low body count women in Mexico City or Mexico in general?
Absolutely, IP. Because it's not. You got to remember, these women are very family oriented, so they're gonna get shamed for they can get shamed for walking in the house with different boyfriends and being promiscuous and being out with this guy and that guy and running up their body count. Like their families, they don't play that shit. Like they'll shame them and they'll be kind of almost like an outcast in a way for operating and moving like that. It's not like out here in the West. Like they'd be like, "Oh, live your best life, girl, and do you." And they bounce from one guy to the next, to the next, to the next. Like I say earlier, for the most part, these women are dealing with one at a time, dealing with dudes one at a time. It's not a consistent rotation like over here in the West. Now, again, you have exceptions to the rule. You got your pros out there. I'm pretty sure their body counts are going to be ran up, obviously. And you got some party women over there. You had some women out there who were kind of like on the city girl type of vibe. You had a couple of them out there when I went out there to the club. But in generally speaking, nah, it's not like that over there. Completely different culture.
Okay, thank you, brother. Please mind the swearing, brother. Please no swearing in word use, okay, brother? Thank you. Um, someone, I will never be in an open relationship. That's a message to New Orleans Saints. I don't want that. I will never want that. I'm not on that demonic time. So what I'm saying is, me, I will be in a relationship with a chick, but I'm entitled to step out and get side chicks. But she cannot have a side dude. She will only deal with me only. Now, people might say double standards. Nope. Men and women are different. Men can do
That's
what we
right.
want to do. Women can't do that. I'm sorry, we're different biologically, and that's how God intended it to be. So I follow the God's rules, the Bible, and that's how it's gonna be, brothers. So next
Big
question
fact.
for you, brother, is okay. This is great to hear about the body count issue. Um, are they wifeable? Um, you know, a Mexican woman. Do you think they're wifeable?
Yeah, I think so. Especially when you compare them to the women out here in the West, most definitely, because they're more traditional. They're taught from a younger age to of what to do as far as how to treat a man and what to do when you get a man. Because a lot of women can quote unquote get a man, but these women were raised how to actually treat one and keep them once you get them. You know what I'm saying? Which is also why they have such big families out there. You know what I'm saying? The women, they're not out there divorcing husbands. They're not incentivized to divorce their men out there like that and none of that stuff. So yeah, man, if you brothers are looking for a wife in Mexico, I think you'll find some good opportunities out there for that for sure.
Okay, thank you, brother. Next question for you is: are they conservative Mexican women or are they liberal?
You say are they more conservative or liberal or
Yeah,
liberal?
yeah.
Um, I would say more conservative. You got you some a fair share of liberal women out there too. But those are gonna be in some of the more upscale, bougier type of sceneries, environments, just like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, though, they're just regular, average women, average everyday women, working class women. You know what I'm saying? And they're family oriented. That's what their main goal is, especially dealing
Fantastic.
with the man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like they're
this is
gonna put
great.
the man. They're gonna put the man first. It's not all about them. They know and understand patriarchy. They grow up in a patriarchy under their dads, so they understand that already and have that concept down packed.
This is wonderful. I want a woman that will prioritize my needs over hers, and that's how it should be, brothers. People will say, IP, what are you talking about? Double standards. If you're on that time, uh, go and take a trip to Joe Biden's office if you're on that liberal time. So what I'm saying is that, you know, brothers, men should come first in a relationship. It's been like that from the beginning of time. Woman must care for the man, love the man, and be there for the man. That's how it should be. If Mexican women are on that time, I gotta put them on my top five women right now. What I'm hearing right now is incredible. This is golden intel. So if I was to bring a Mexican chick, right, to the UK or to America from Mexico, will she change to the liberal demonic ways and be a Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion disciple?
You said a Meg the Stallion disciple. um, honestly, I honestly can't. I honestly don't know because I've never done it myself. Because I be asking myself that question sometimes too. Like, if I ever get a woman from out the country, out the state somewhere, and I brought her back, like, how would she, you know what I'm saying, react? Would she change? Would she switch up on me? I honestly don't know. But as poisonous, as infectious, and toxic as it is here in America, especially with the propaganda and the media and the music and all that, it's more than likely she probably is. She probably is, to be honest. But if you do decide to do that, I would move her like, I would keep her away from the city. I'll put her in like in the country or something, or be somewhere ducked off where kind of like not too much in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, thank you, brother. Shout out to Kid J, new sub here. Welcome to the channel, Kid J. What the we embrace you with open arms. Kid J, reach out to me on IG, brother. I want to fully indoctrinate you and introduce you to the movement. So reach out to me on IG, send me a DM, brother, and we'll speak. Okay, thank you, brother. Um, Shout out to Christopher Theodore for the $10 super chat. Shout out to IP for this intel. Mexico is close by to me, and I've always wondered how it was out there. So this is definitely a must watch for me. Thank you very much for your support, brother, for the kind words. I mean, I hope you have a great time there in Mexico. I do this for you, brothers. So, brothers, please send in more cash apps, send in more super chats. It will be greatly appreciated. Support me like how people support Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels. Okay. Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Um, Next question for you, brother, is religion. You know, are they Christians? Are they Catholics? Or are they Muslims? Are they Jews?
A lot of Catholics. Yes, there's a lot of Catholic churches, Catholic religions, Catholic beliefs. If you're dealing with Mexican women, um, a lot of it, Latino women in general, especially from my personal experience, they're more than likely they're going to be Catholic, either Catholic or Christian, but mainly Catholic.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, thank you, brother. Shout out to Intellect for the $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Intellect, for your support. Mexico, yes, sir. I love some Latinos, especially the Mexitas. Yes, indeed, brother. They're checking for brothers out there in Mexico, Intellect. So everything you're hearing so far is golden. Thank you, Intellect, for your support. Thank you, brother. Next question for you, brother, is so I want to ask you about femininity. You know, how feminine are Mexican women, especially the ones that you dealt with? You know,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of femininity can we expect from these kind of women
So we talking about Mexican women in Mexico or here in the States?
in Mexico? Obviously, forget the states,
Oh,
brother. It's over there.
okay, because it's pretty different. But the in Mexico, yeah, I would say some of the most feminine women I've came across so far on my travels. Because the women out there, like I say, dresses and heels, man. It's dresses and heels. They know how to flirt. They know how to flirt with you. It's not like it's not an awkward thing to where they're kind of just, some girls here in the West, they'll kind of just look at you and have this awkward type of vibe about them. They don't really have social skills and stuff like that. Women out there in Mexico, they know how to flirt. They know how to bat their eyes. They're really girly, man. They're girly. They're really girly girls out there. They like to cook. They definitely like to cook, clean. The woman who I was dealing with, she even folded my clothes on for me before it was time to go off to my flight.
Damn.
And she offered it willingly. I didn't ask her. She was just like, let me help you fold your clothes and help you pack up and stuff like that before you leave. And this is something she did on her own.
That's what
You
we
know what I'm
that
saying? So
yeah. I mean,
it's like that, IP.
and guess what, brother? And that's what separates a feminine woman from a non-feminine woman. The fact that you don't have to ask her to do that. She automatically does it for you. That's
Yeah.
the kind of woman that we want in our lives, brothers. We don't want a woman that we got to tell her, oh, do this, do that, do that. The fact is that we come out from work, we come out from a long day from work, food is already cooked, dishes are clean, clothes are folded, you know, the child's been taken care of without you saying anything. That's a life right there, brothers. That's what we should be striving to get in our lives, man. Great intel so far, bro. Um, Next question for you,
Oh yeah.
brother, is what's it called now? Submissiveness. Um, are they submissive? And tell me, how submissive are they? You know,
Yes. Very submissive. Like I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, their submissiveness, you could easily put 7 or higher, 7 or 8 or higher for their submissiveness out there. Like I said, they grow up in a patriarchy. They grow up in a functioning patriarchy and a functioning up type of upbringing for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So they respect. They already, by the time they get to you, by the time you're dealing with them, they already respect the man. You know what I'm saying? They're not just the man that they like, but in general, they just have a general respect for men. So for them to submit, it's pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? Even if you did have to ask her to do something, she's not even gonna. There's no back talk. She's not gonna second guess or think twice. 9 times out of 10, and most of those women out there, they're gonna do it.
wonderful, bro, wonderful. Social media. Was that a problem amongst Mexican women when you saw that? Did that gas their heads up a bit? Was there an army of simps going after them, particularly with the women that you dealt with?
Yeah. So social media, it was a lot of women out there. I was not a lot, but I would say in the if you go to the party, I'll just put it like this: if you go to the party sections or the party side of town, then yeah, you're gonna see women on their phones. You're gonna see them taking pictures. Some of the girls, they have like girls' nights out and stuff like that out there. So you just gotta kind of peep and look out for stuff like that. But
Okay, thank you, brother.
in general,
Go on,
I
carry on.
wouldn't say too much. Not too much.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Della for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much for your support, Della. It means a lot to me, brother. Thank you. We have over 100 people here. There should be a lot more super chats, a lot more cash apps. So please continue supporting this powerful movement. You won't get any information like this anywhere else. Support me like how people support Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels. Please support me, brothers. Okay. It's about time you start showing me some real love, man. Please. Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. Della. Thank you, bro. So next question for you, bro, is clubs and bars. How was that scene? And did you pull women from that scene? Were women checking for you during the nightlife? Was it a good vibe for you to pull women?
Yeah. Because out there, you can cold approach. You can walk up to a woman and start talking to her, chopping it up with her. Especially if she's sending you choosing signals, it's nothing to just walk up and start talking to her, start a conversation and stuff like that. It was for everybody was dancing. It was fun, man. It was a good time. Everybody was dancing. By the time I got there, everybody's drunk. You know what I'm saying? Lit, turned up. So yeah, it was that type of vibe. Music was going. They play a lot of American music out there too. So it's a lot of their music from their culture. It's also a lot of American music, also hip hop, R&B, etc.
Okay. Can you give us any names to any clubs and bars that brothers should go to in Mexico City that you had a good time in?
Dang, what was that one we went to? It was we went to a few different ones. I can't think of the exact name right now,
That's fine,
but I
bro.
do know It's in Mexico City, and it's near the downtown area.
Okay.
I do
Thank you,
remember that
bro.
because we were bar hopping.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Um, Next question for you now is um, in Mexico City, what are the best places to meet women there? Is it in parks? Is it in the mall? Is it in fast food shops? Break it down for us, bro.
Yes, sir. I would say restaurants is one. Restaurants is a great because you're already sitting down chilling, and she's gonna be looking at you and checking you out already, stuff like that. So definitely restaurants. Grocery stores is another one. Grocery stores is a good one. Um, the bars and clubs are a pretty good place too. I would say the bars and clubs are a pretty cool place to pull some chicks.
Okay, thank you, bro. Shout out to Snake Eyes for the $5 super chat. As long as they're girly, I can charm them right out of their heels. Gotta catch them all like Pokemon. Yes, yes, indeed. Hey,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, bro, for the super chat, Snake Eyes. Thank you, bro, for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Um, Next question I have for you now, brother, is online dating. Did you use Tinder out there? Did you use Hinge out there? Did you do any sort of online dating? And how was it? And what was your success rate if you did?
Yeah, I did actually. Tinder is a pretty big one out there. You definitely gonna find a lot of action on there. I interacted with a few women on Tinder, and they hit a lot of the women on there. They hit you up first. You know what I'm saying? As far as when I do dating sites, I don't never really hit the girl at first. I wait for her to hit me up, and there was several girls out there who hit me up first initially, who initiated the contact.
Fantastic. Thank you, bro. Um, and what was your success rate, in meeting them, maybe smashing, maybe doing, hanging out more? What was your success rate with that, bro?
Mm. So I didn't get to the Tinder girls. I didn't get to meet up with them. I didn't have enough time. I was there
Mm,
for what was it, 5 days. By the time I started interacting with the girls on Tinder, it was almost time for me to go. And then we were so busy on the trip and doing so much and traveling around the city, I didn't even really have time for them. But next time I go, I'm gonna try to book a longer trip, and I'll squeeze in some more time for to interact with some more women
okay,
on
thank you,
Tinder
brother.
in particular.
Thank you, bro. So my next question now, brother, is the STD and STI rate. Is that a problem out there in Mexico? Those kind of
Uh,
STD and STI rates.
Strap it up, brothers. Strap it up. Um, I use a condom. Um, that's all I can really say. Just strap it up. I'm not sure about their rates and all that out there. You definitely don't want to just be drilling everything like that out there. You do have some pros out there, and you got some. You have your fair share of some city girls out there too. But your best bet is to stay strapped and take care of yourself. Take care of your health.
Okay, thank you, bro. And Nate Kelly, ban him. Just ban him, bro. Ban him off rip. That's a troll right there, Nate Kelly. So if you just please ban him, Nate Kelly. Um, you have my permission to ban him, bro. So thank you very much, brother. Next
And another
question.
thing too, IP, not to cut
Yeah,
you off, but another thing too from your last question about the disease and STDs, you wouldn't find as many cases out there. It's not rapid like it is out here because that goes back to our other talking point about the body count. They don't have as high of a body count like they do here in the West, so they're not subject to getting as much STDs and all these different type of transmitted diseases and stuff like that because they don't have as high of a body count. Their body counts typically are going to be pretty low out there.
wonderful. Thank you, bro. My next question for you now, brother, is hold on. Okay. Is Let me go through my list. Are Mexican women materialistic?
Some of them can be, yeah. It depends on what type of Mexican woman that you're dealing with. You kind of get that when you brothers start going to when you brothers some of you brothers start going over there, you'll know kind of right away if she's materialistic or not, or if she's a gold digger or not, just by her energy and her demeanor and some of the things she may say, or some of the even her physical appearance. But most of them are pretty they're pretty chill, bro. They're just normal working girls. They're just normal, regular, cool chicks.
Okay, thank you, bro. Next question for you is obviously no woman is perfect, no group of women is perfect. Can I
Mhm.
ask you, what in your opinion are the bad parts about Mexican women?
The best part is
Bad parts, bad parts.
oh the bad parts. Bad
Yeah.
parts is um some of them, like I say, some of them will have the shape that we were talking about earlier. Some of them may
Yeah.
have the refrigerator shape or the box shape, and I know a lot of brothers don't like that. I know I don't. That's one of the bad parts. Um, Another thing I would say too, if we're gonna keep it all the way 100, a lot of them, with the exceptions of some of them, take care of themselves really, really good. Let's keep it real. But in general, a lot of them won't really age the best. Not like black women, not like sisters. Sisters, they'll be like 40, 50 years old, still looking like they're in their 20s. Some shit. Out there, a lot of the women out there, once they reach, once they get upper in them 30s, going into the 40s, it's pretty much gonna be downhill from there as far as their looks. And what else? I would say the language barrier too. The language barrier is something that's gonna be somewhat challenging for some brothers because it's a disconnect between the language barrier if you don't know a little bit of Spanish. So I would definitely advise a lot of brothers to tighten up on at least some of the basic Spanish before they decide to go out there. And if you want a wife from there, or if you want to marry one from there, or live out there, you definitely want to tighten up on some Spanish for sure.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, brother. Next question for you now is cold approaching. Did you cold approach Mexican women, or did they cold approach you?
Yeah, I did. So when we went to the club, it was a set of two chicks actually. One of them she just kept looking at me. I'm like, well, I might as well go over there and just go holler at her, see what's up. Chopping it up with her. She knew some English, so it wasn't that hard to communicate with her. She was a teacher actually, and got her information. Um, and the other girl, the one that I ended up hooking up with and linking up with, I called her over. So I don't know if you could that's not really considered a cold approach, but I called her over and just started chopping it up and talking to her. Some of the women out there, you can just call them over and they'll come and chop it up with you and come holler at you, or vice versa. You can go up and holler at them. They're not gonna typically they're not gonna brush you off. They're gonna be welcoming and inviting, and they're gonna greet you with a smile. Typically, they're pretty nice.
When you say cold over, did you signal with your fingers to come over, or
Yeah.
did you say something in Spanish to come over? Because obviously that's not acceptable in the horrible West nowadays. So that's misogynist. But how did you cold approach? How did you call her over? Was it through your fingers? Was it through your mouth? What did you do, bro?
With my hands, yeah, I waved her. I waved her over. I was like, I kind of did like a little nod. I kind of gave her a little nod, and then used the hands like, hey, come over here real quick. Like, hey, come over. And then she came, and y'all should have seen her reaction, man. She was just like, it was almost like a finally type of expression she had. She was waiting on some brothers, get her hands on some brothers. Trying to
Damn, and
tell you,
that was a white Mexican chick.
yup.
If you try to call a woman over at a bar, she'll tell you to come over here to me. Who the hell do you think you are? That's
Right.
how horrible these women are in the West. But there's nothing wrong with doing that to a chick. If you're looking at each other, call her over. Brothers, get your passport, brothers, man. Can we get more super chats in, brothers? We've got over 100 people here. We can support the channel a bit more. That'd be great, please, brothers. Please support me. Kevin Samuels gets a lot of support from his supporters. Fresh and Fit gets a lot of support from his supporters. But it seems like, you brothers, you don't support me enough like they do. You know. So this is a perfect time for you to hit the super chats and cash apps to support what I do, please. Thank you, brothers. It means a lot to me. Next question for you now, brother, is how should men dress out there in Mexico? Can I walk through wearing G-Unit sneakers? 3/4 white tees. Gold teeth, gold chain, 90s snapback of the New York Knicks. Wearing my trousers
Man,
below my boxers, or what do I wear out there, bro?
man, I bet not see none of you brothers walk around with some G Unit sneakers and.
Oh,
I'm from Houston, man. We will roast the shit out your ass. We see you with some G units. No, I'm just playing, but um, nah, man. I would say the clean cut, just collared shirt, nice pants, nice shoe. Dress shoes is cool. You can wear some dress shoes. Um, and casual clothes too. Just something comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Some pants with some tennis shoes and a shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's just as long as you look clean, you got your fresh cut, you shave, you looking good, smelling good. Brother, they choosing up. I'm telling you, and um they're not as what's the word I'm looking for? They're not tripping about all that jewelry and all that extra stuff. You don't have to have a bust down Rolex and diamond chains to get beautiful women out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really need all that. Just a nice collar shirt, a nice button down shirt with a fresh cut, some clean pants with some nice clean shoes, and you good to go.
thank you, bro.
Straight up.
Please mind the swearing, brother. You saw a couple times, bro. Please
You
mind the
say I
swearing, bro.
swear it?
Yeah, a couple times, bro. Please mind the swearing, bro. Um,
Okay.
so brother, obviously we can't dress too flashy out there in Mexico. Is that the case? Obviously, I think it's still a dangerous country, so bro, we should keep it very casual. Don't wear no gold watches, no gold chains. Keep it plain. Would you agree with me, brother? Because you might get
Yeah.
robbed.
Yep. Because
Okay.
it's still some hoods out there, some hoods and some ghettos and some slums out there. So that's why I told you brothers you got to be careful and always watch your surroundings everywhere you go. That's everywhere.
Okay, bro. And in general, how was the nightlife there? Was it exciting? Was it fun? Did you enjoy yourself? Did you party really hard, brother?
Yeah, we did, man. We got a section out there. Got some bottles, pop some bottles and stuff like that. Enjoyed and danced to the music. It was lit. Everybody was in there dancing and stuff already, having fun. Like I said, by the time we got there, everybody was already turned up.
Okay,
So
thank
we
you,
just
bro.
joined in and turned up with them.
Yes, indeed. And did you get love from the women there? Were you dancing with women? Were you grinding on women and all that stuff?
Not at the club I was at because I was talking to women and interacting with them. I wasn't dancing with women not at the club, but at the Airbnb, that's a different story. We was dancing and she was the one who actually wanted to dance. She was like, she put on some music and she was like, "Hey, you want to dance with me?" And we just started dancing right there at the crib.
Yeah, and brothers, let me tell you, a very, very special intel for you, brothers, man. Always play music when you're with a chick. Right? So when you're with a woman in the crib, play some music, start dancing with her, then things will initiate to things. You know what I'm talking about, keeping it PG here. You
Yes,
start
sir.
playing music, you start holding her hands, making her do turns, and you get close to her, then things go really smoothly. Okay, that's a very good trick there. Okay, music, especially music like D'Angelo, Boys to Men, all that stuff. Will get women pretty excited in the mood. Okay. Shout out
Yep.
to Intellect for the $5 super chat. This might have been answered, but in the States, Mexican men don't like BM talking to Mexican women. How are they in Mexico? Can you answer that, brother, please?
Yeah. So it's pretty much the same thing. They don't really, especially if it's they woman and they girls checking you out. Oh, they definitely don't like that. In general, in their culture, they're not gonna want brothers talking to their women or their daughters or their girlfriend or whoever like that. They probably
Yeah,
won't
but
say it. They probably won't say it or admit it. You know what I'm saying? But we know what's up.
yes, indeed. Thank you very much for that super chat. Great question there, Intellect. I've heard a lot of racism comes from the Mexican community in California and all over the US. So please be safe, brothers. I've heard the Mexicans out there are pretty racist, saying the N word, all that stuff. Be careful out there, brothers. Okay. Next question for you, brother, is what's the ratio of women to men in Mexico City? Was it more women than men? Was it 50-50, or was it more men than women?
That's a good
Hey,
probably
bro.
if I had to number it for every one man. I'm sorry.
Sorry, we missed that, bro. You cut off there. Can you start again?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, brother.
Can you
Now,
hear me,
can
Alpi?
you say yes? I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you please state the answer to my question, bro? We lost you there for a bit.
Yes, sir. So I would say for every one man, there's gonna be about at least 5 to 6 women. That's on the low end. That's on the low end.
That's beautiful. That's flipping beautiful. Thank you, brother. N-word use. Was the N-word used towards you? Did you hear the N-word being said there in Mexico at all? Or any sort of racial slurs said towards you, bro?
So interesting. When we went to Puebla, we went out there to just kind of vibe for a little while, for a few hours, and do some shoots and go eat and stuff like that. A little kid we walked by, and a little kid was like, and he pointed at us. He was like, "Hey, negro, negro," and he just like shouted out negro to his parents, and as he was pointing at us, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Other than that, it wasn't really any racial slurs, or I didn't really hear anything outside of that one instance. The little kid pointing at us, calling us negro. Outside of that, it wasn't anything, nothing crazy, no N words or nothing like that.
Okay. Not nice there. But that word's out of date, out of touch. But thankfully wasn't. Yeah. Okay, brother. I mean, I don't like hearing that, but I'm happy you're safe, brother. All right. What are dangers to be aware of in Mexico in general, bro? Obviously, it's a third world country. What should brothers be aware of there in Mexico?
Yeah, so sometimes when you're doing certain things, especially if you're over there by the beach or the coastal areas, they're gonna tax you on a lot of things. They'll just charge you. They'll try to charge you extra for something that's already at a set price because they know you're American. So that's definitely something brothers got to keep their eyes out for. What else? They're very, especially if you go to the tourist areas, they'll damn near they're like aggressive as far as trying to sell you stuff. Like, hey, like come in, like if you'll be like, nah, I'm good, I don't want any. They'll still walk up to you like, hey, buy this, get this, buy this. You know, stuff like that. And they're just really aggressive when it comes to trying to sell stuff to you, stuff like that. And mainly, that's going to be
Okay.
mainly in the tourist section. So we went to the pyramids of Giza, and they were hounding us trying to get us to buy stuff.
I'm gonna say this, man. I never buy from those kind of people. If I want to eat food, I go to the convenience stores. Those guys who sell on the streets, they jack up the prices too high, man. They jack it
Yeah,
up really high. So I go to the stores and get food from there. I ain't getting scammed, bro. F that. Um, Two more
straight up.
questions for you, bro. Should brothers travel alone or in a group? to Mexico. Tell us why.
So if you're going, if you want to go alone, I would recommend a resort or a tourist area if you want to do it alone. You could bring, but if you want to be in the city and you want to be kind of more in the general population, then I would advise, bring a few people with you. And another thing too, your Airbnb, your host is going to kind of help you get brothers with that also. Like your Airbnb host is going to kind of tell you some of the dangerous areas, where to go, where not to go. And a lot of them speak good English also. So
Okay, thank you, bro. Last question is Mexico safe in general for brothers, for black men, dark-skinned black men in particular? Because I know they've got some colorism issues there in Mexico. They worship white people, all that nonsense.
yeah, yeah, facts. So if you want to be around more dark skinned melanated people, then you want to head more towards south of Mexico. The middle and the north is where you're gonna encounter more of the white Mexicans. In general, for Mexico, you talking about living or visiting?
I say visiting for holiday.
Oh yeah, visiting. Yeah, because they're used to Americans in general. They're used to Americans going out there, and and they need the money. They make a lot of money off tourism, so they treat you nice. They definitely treat you nice. They're very welcoming, and even the people that aren't in the tourist areas and the people that's the people that don't make money off you, generally they're going to be nice to you, and they're going to be a lot of it is going to be curiosity, like wow, what are you doing out here, or how long are you guys out here for, and they're going to start asking questions, and it's a lot of curiosity when they encounter brothers out there.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was my last question before I open up the phone lines. Mr. KJ, thank you, bro, for this very valuable intel.
For
We'll
sure,
be
for
digging
sure.
it down even further for brothers to call in to ask you questions. Let me run through the super chats real quick, brother. Shout out to Mr. Almighty Ree for supporting the channel. Thank you, bro, for the $5 super chat. He says the word for black is Spanish, is pronounced negro. He wasn't saying ni still rude of him to do so. Yeah, very rude of him to do so, pointing at a black man. But thank you very much for that clarification, Almighty Ree. It means a lot to me, bro. Thank you. Let me put you on mute, KJ. You got some weird background noise there. Shout out to Mr. the BTML Police for the $20 super chat. See, brothers, that's love right there, man. That is love right there. Thank you very much for that donation, brother. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you helping these brothers out. Salute. Thank you for the kind words, man. It means a lot to me. It's brothers, show love to me, man. Show love to what I do for you, brothers, over the past 7 years. Brothers have hit me up. They're married now. They've got girlfriends now. Based on the intel I've given them over the past few years. So show love to me, brothers. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much to BTML Police. It means a lot to me, bro. Thank you. Shout out to Deshaun Wilson for the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother, for showing love. Thank you, Deshaun Wilson. It means a lot to me, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Okay. So I am going to open up the phone lines. Brothers, I will say, I encourage you, brothers, to join the Patreon. The Patreon has exclusive videos, uh, explicit X-rated intel that will never be on this channel because it's too explicit, it's too X-rated. A lot of swearing, a lot of what goes down in the bedroom with foreign women, Thai women, Japanese women, Argentinian women coming next, and a lot more on there. Please, it's only on the Patreon. If you want to get into IT to fund your international travels, I can help you out with that. That's a Patreon package. You would then be added to our Discord server and our Facebook group. So press A1 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. Press A1 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon for special benefits. Okay. Join the Patreon, brothers. Press A1 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. I'm on the Facebook group, so send your request in the Facebook group. I'm currently taking new members. I'm also on Twitter as well. Follow me on Twitter. Send me a DM on Twitter. I will get back to you. Thank you, brothers. Um, I am on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram to see my stories, videos, photos. Send me a DM on Instagram as well if you want to speak to me. I will definitely get back to you. Here's a link to my Instagram. Um, I'm also on Cash App as well. The Cash App is open 24/7. So please send through some donations via the Cash App. It means a lot to me, man. Um, I spend a lot of hours every week on this YouTube channel preparing for interviews, technical setups, reaching out to different people, searching for people to interview, and I will be traveling very soon as well. So there'll be a lot of vlogs coming very soon to the channel. So please support me, man. Support me by the Patreon. If every one of you could join the Patreon, that would mean a lot to me, man. Support me like how Fresh and Fit supporters support Fresh and Fit, and how Kevin Samuel supporters support Kevin Samuel support. This kind of media you won't see on mainstream TV. Okay, I don't have any mainstream support. Only you, brother, to support me to continue doing what I do. Remember, time is money. Time is money, and I'm spending hours on this YouTube channel. So please, you know, support me, man. Support me, please. Thank you, brothers. Support this powerful movement. So again, press A1 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. I see you, Snake Eyes. Thank you, bro. Who else is joining the Patreon? Press A1 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. Now, let me open up the phone lines. You ready? You ready, KJ?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. What a stream. Okay, invite, copy to clipboard. All right, call in, brothers. Call in. Man, it's hot over here. Geez, summertime's coming. Whew.
I know, right? That was quick, bro.
Yeah, man, it's getting hot over here in the UK. Man, I'm sweating over here. So call in, brothers, if you have any questions to ask our guest. If you can't call in, please cash app. If you can't call in, you must cash app and super chat your questions. Thank you very much. Okay, if you can't call in, cash app and super chat your questions. Let's see. I've got a cash app. Shout out to Mr. Justin Wilson for the £8.44 cash app. He says, best place and line to meet Mexican woman, KJ. Question for you. What's the best place and line to meet Mexican woman?
The best place in what?
And line.
Oh, like
Best
pickup
place.
line?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Best place. Mexico. Well, all over Mexico, really. It's particularly the tourist areas are good places. As far as Mexico City, you want to be kind of in the city or in the central part of it, and there's strips, different strips of lounges and bars and clubs and stuff like that. And restaurants, I would say, is going to be one of your best bets. Definitely the restaurants. A line. I don't really use pickup lines. I didn't have a line or anything. Just a smile or a little smirk or something like that can get you a long way. Or just eye contact, bro. Just get a woman eye contact for a few seconds and say, "Hey, how are you?" or "Cómo te llama," and then you can start a conversation from there.
Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Justin Wilson, that's your answer question. That's your answers. That's your questions answered, not answers, questions. What? I hope that answers your question, brother. Thank you. Ninja55, can you turn your camera on in the background? Just so I know you're not a troll. Thank you, brother. You're confirmed. Thank you, bro. Let me bring in Ninja55. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, IP? And hey, what's up? What's your name, brother? K.
Ken,
Ken.
Ken, yes, sir.
Ken. Hey, how you doing, Ken?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Do you have any questions for our guest, Ninja55?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to know, is it is it I know it's is it dangerous in Mexico? Because the reason I ask is because I saw where this sister went down there. This BW, she went down there last year. She got caught in the crossfire by some Mexican drug cartels down there. You know, it was on the news. I was like, oh man, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I can go down there. You know, Mexico.
Mhm. Yes. So to answer your question, brother, yes. In particular, though, the border, you definitely want to stay away from the border because a lot of stuff goes down over there on the border of Mexico, and that's one of the most dangerous areas. And also, too, there is a lot of there's gangs and there's cartels and stuff like that you got to watch out for. If you're the general public, typically you're not gonna like encounter them, and nothing's really gonna happen to you. It all just kind of comes down to knowing your surroundings. And whenever you decide to go out there, just link up with some of your locals in your Airbnb, you like your Airbnb host, for example, and then they'll kind of give you some game on where to go and where not to go. And then some places have curfew too. That's another thing too, brother. So certain places, everything kind of closes down at a certain time to keep the crime rate and stuff like that down.
Wow, because I've seen it, how she was in the tourist area in Cancun and she got caught in the crossfire. This VW last year. I'm like, wow, I didn't think it would happen in a tourist area.
Wow, I know I haven't heard of that story.
Yeah, yeah, you can check
Yeah,
it
stuff
out.
can go down in the because I get what you're saying, brother. Because sometimes the cartel will extort some of the resorts, so they'll go to resorts and kind of like they'll either hold people hostage. This is some story that I've heard about personally. They'll go to resorts and certain major institutions, and to they'll extort them or they'll kind of threaten the people at the resort to get money and stuff like that.
Right. And I also heard there's a lot of colorism down there too. You know, with like the Afro Mexicans and the regular Mexicans.
Hmm. Yeah. So you're looked at as if you're dark skinned, you're gonna be looked at as for the most part, you're gonna be looked at as different. You're not gonna you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb out there if you're a brother or if you're dark skinned or melanated or whatever the case may be. And yes, like IP said, they do praise the white Jesus. I've seen a lot of that out there. A lot of white Jesus statues. I definitely seen a lot of that out there. So yeah, you right about that.
Oh, white Jesus, aka Caesar Borgia.
Cesare Borgia is exactly. You sure right.
Yeah, it's. I think that's like that everywhere, not only in Mexico but in South Central America, where there's colorism and the worship of Caesar Borgia.
Yeah, yeah. And in Brazil, they got that big old Cesare Borgia statue right in the middle of right there in the middle.
Wow.
And then in Mexico, in particular, when if you, especially if you go into churches, oh yeah, you'll see them. Sometimes they'll have it right outside the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like everywhere you go, brother. Like they'll accept most places in the world. They're okay with a few or a small handful of black men coming through, but they're not gonna accept. For the most part, they're not gonna accept and embrace us over there in large numbers. Like if me, you, IP, and a large amount of brothers, like 30, 40, 50 or more brothers came out there, they'll probably be pretty nervous. Like they ain't gonna know what's going on. But if it's just, two or three of us, they're not gonna trip.
Right, right. See, they believe this whole world believe the media, how they got to display the negative images of blacks. You know, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But also too, there's another end to that because the women adore us out there in a lot of these other places outside of the US, man. They watch us in these rap videos, they see us running up and down the field, up and down the court. They see us inventing all these different things and making all these accomplishments all over the world and building, and they admire that, man. We, we're ins- we're really an inspiration to a lot of people all over the world. The women in particular, or they love us, bro. Trust me. As far as the women department, you a lot of brothers ain't gonna have no issue with that at all. When you get that passport, it's a wrap.
Yup,
But
that's
yes,
true.
you're right.
It's just their parents, their parents is, they always, their parents always want them to go with like, if it not their own white guys, other men, not black men for some reason.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm glad you said that too, because actually a lot of the younger generation, a lot of them embrace us. A lot of them emulate us and embrace us and are inspired by our culture. A lot of the older ones will tell their daughters, and I learned this in high school actually. I learned that a lot of their parents, their old school parents, will tell them to stay away from the black people or don't marry a Negro and this and that type of stuff. Like I've heard a lot of talk like that coming out of their culture.
Yup,
But a lot of the younger ones, though, a lot of them embrace black people and they love black people.
yup,
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
facts.
thank you, thank you very much, Ninja 55. Brothers, feel free to call in. There's a lot more space in the panel. If you have any questions for our guest KJ, if you can't call in, please cash app or super chat your questions. Please call in, brothers. There's a lot of space in the panel. Ninja 55, do you have any more questions for our guest?
you have, let me see. Well, I would like to know the woman, they're more easy to get down. They will talk to you because the women in America, they are nasty, and anytime I try to approach them, even when I speak to them, they ignore me. They stuck up. So the woman in Mexico, they're not stuck up or anything, huh?
Now, I would say, yeah, they're very approachable, man. They very approachable. They greet you with a smile, and once you get past the language barrier, especially if you know a little bit of Spanish, you'll be all right, man. You'll definitely be all right. If you know some Spanish or at least some basic Spanish, that'll give you a huge advantage just off that alone. But outside of the language part, yeah, they're very nice. Some of the nicest women I've came across, man. Some of the nicest, most sweetest women. They're real nice. They can't stop smiling. It's like they got an automatic smile or something over their faces. A lot of them, a lot of the times, especially when brothers roll through, they get the cheesing and smiling. So
Right. I would say don't bring these Mexican and other Hispanic women to the States because when I speak to these Hispanic women in the States, they act like they don't see me or hear me and they get attitudes. It's like, don't bring them to the States.
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
what city you in? What state you in?
Oh, it's Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
I didn't even
Thank
know they
you,
had a lot of Spanish.
Ninja. Let me ask this, KJ. How important is it
What's up?
for you to invite women to your place and not go to her place because you can get drugged? Someone mentioned that in the live stream chat a couple minutes ago. Good point there. Did you invite women to your Airbnb or did you go to her place?
Yeah, yeah, definitely invited to your place for sure, for sure. That should be, yeah, brothers. Definitely invite her to your place for sure. Don't be going to her place like that. Don't go to her place, especially when you out the country. Definitely invite her to your place. That way you can control the environment better. Everything will kind of go more smoothly that way, and you'll just be, you'll be more in control,
Okay.
and you could kick her out whenever you want. No, just
So you had Airbnb with you shared it with your friends, right? The Airbnb.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. And I'm guessing you smashed women there in your Airbnb or you took it to a hotel.
at the Airbnb.
Okay. Okay, bro. I hear
They
you.
go
I
down in
see
them B&Bs, man. I'm telling you, they going down.
it's
They cheap
going
too.
down.
Cheap Airbnbs. Get you some nice mansions for. You can get you a mansion for the low,
Mm.
brothers. get a mansion for the low low.
Damn. Okay. When you book on Airbnb, do you I'm guessing the landlord goes away, but he gives you the keys to the property, and you have to look after it and everything.
Yeah, but the one I was at, IP, was so big. The Airbnb lady actually stayed on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes they'll stay there. Sometimes they'll just give you the keys and then they'll leave. Sometimes they actually may stay on the property. But she was actually staying on the other side. And her daughter, it's interesting. Another thing too, IP side note, her daughter was checking for me also. Her daughter likes brothers. The Airbnb host, her daughter was a Hispanic chick, white Hispanic chick. She was choosing heavy. I'm talking about heavy, heavy.
What do you mean? Tell us how she was choosing. Was she giving you choosing signal? Was she being
Like,
touchy towards you? Break it
yeah,
down, bro.
touchy. She was touchy feely, asking us a lot of questions. She wanted to know. She wanted to know a lot of different things about us. Flirting, doing flipping her hair. She was she kept smiling. She couldn't stop smiling the whole night. Like, she was just really engaged with us, and she don't see a lot of us like that. So she was just in awe.
Was she a student?
You say, was she a college student?
Yeah.
Nah, she was like in her later 20s. She had already finished college, but she was like working and stuff, like
Okay.
just a regular. She had like a regular job.
Okay. And did she didn't call you the N word?
Nah,
Okay.
hell no.
Okay. Okay. So these Airbnbs, do you feel safe in them? Because obviously, I'm guessing the landlord would have an extra spare of keys. I don't know,
Mhm.
but personally, I'm a hotel person, to be honest with you. But Airbnbs, did you did you feel do you feel safe in them, knowing the landlord has an extra spare of keys, he or she can walk in anytime, or is that a violation of the contract?
So yeah, we were good because we were in the suburb part of town, and it was actually right. The station was right around the corner. It was right, the police station was right around the corner. That's not to say nothing. We were just 100% safe, and nothing can possibly happen, because you still got to watch your surroundings when you're out the country. But the police station was right up the street, and they had the police riding around all throughout the night in different shifts. So yeah, we felt pretty safe. We were good. There wasn't a lot of homeless people running around, or we didn't run into the cartel or nothing like that. It was
Did
pretty
you feel
smooth
safe?
sailing.
Did you feel safe in the Airbnbs? I mean, in terms of the landlord, 'cause I'm not sure how Airbnbs work. Does the landlord have a spare key, and can the landlord just walk in the property anytime you're there, or is that illegal? They can't just do that without your permission.
Oh yes. Okay, so out there, yeah. So she would come back and forth at different times, but we didn't even really see her that much. She wasn't even there that much, or if she was like on the other side of the house. You know what I'm saying? And we were just kind of on the other side doing our own little thing.
Okay, so you're saying
But yeah, I would say
Airbnbs.
we felt safe though. We were good.
Okay, so do the Airbnb's owners, right? Do they have any? Can they do anything they want to? Can they just walk in the Airbnb property, even though you're staying there with your friends? They can just walk in, you know, or do they tell you first that, hey, I'm gonna be the Airbnb at this time of day?
So yeah, they can. I'm not sure if that works everywhere, but in Mexico, yeah, she was back and forth sometimes, but she would keep in contact with us. She would always communicate with us if she was about to leave or whatever, and she would even, hey, you guys need anything from the store? She cooked for us. She
Oh
was cool.
wow.
She was. Yeah, it was an older um Hispanic lady, probably like in her 60s or 70s, and her
Okay,
daughter was like in her late 20s. Her daughter would come visit every now and then, come check us out.
you should have smashed. You need to smash the daughter. You ain't smashed the
Well,
daughter.
one of my other brothers did.
Oh, what?
One of the other brothers, yep.
Damn, man. How did that get down? Like, he just took her upstairs to the room, or was she
Yeah,
doing
because
initiating things first?
it
Tell me the
was
whole story, bro. Tell me the whole story.
yeah. So we were drinking, chilling, chopping it up. All of us were at the table, just watching videos and stuff and drinking. And we had to, me and a few other brothers called it a night. I just went in my room and I was just chilling, getting ready for the next morning because we had to be up early next morning. And one of my other homeboys, he stayed in there with her, and they was just chopping it up. They was in the kitchen. They took some more drinks and stuff like that. And then, one thing led to another. They got late. All the lights and stuff went out. He took it to the room and handled his business. And the next the next morning, that's when he told us everything and how everything went down and how she was getting down and stuff like that.
Hey, bro, we need we need that intel for the Patreon. We need that intel for the Patreon, man. Oh my
Yeah,
god, jeez, we need that explicit intel for the Patreon, bro, ASAP. Jeez, and we also want to know how you got down as well. But obviously, you can't be more explicit on the stream. But let's discuss that later on, bro, for the Patreon, if okay. Yeah.
sure.
Awesome, bro. Um, Shout. Ransom McKissick, can you please cash up or super chat your questions or call in, brother? Okay. Shout out to he N word. N word. Come on, bro. Is that true? He N word and the masters of the community for the $5 super chat. Our international passport. I'm showing support, King. Yo, thank you very much, masters of the community. Much appreciated, bro. Where are you going on your next trip? That's a secret, bro. It's gonna be a surprise. I'm currently planning my next trip. Um, there's going to be a lot of vlogs, a lot of video content, a lot of interviews in that country. I'm looking forward to it. It's a surprise, brother, and Patreon members will get the exclusive intel first, and you will as well if you reach out to me on IG, brother. But that's a surprise at the moment. But I am looking I am planning my next trip, preparations, and it should be great. Thank you for your support, masters of the community. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you. Okay. So calling Marty W, no N-word use. I know there's some new people here on the channel, so let me just clarify the rules. No N-word use, no swearing, no threats or harms or any verbal abuse towards other brothers in this passport space. Please avoid mentioning other YouTubers due to legal reasons. Please be respectful, and that's it. Those are the rules. Okay. So El Paso. Okay, interesting. You heard about it? You heard about El Paso, KJ?
Yep. El
Apparently
Paso,
they check for
Texas.
brothers there in El Paso. Where's that?
Oh yeah,
Where's El
that's
Paso? Is that
East Texas. That's huh?
that's where? Sorry.
That's East Texas. That's almost on the border of Texas and Mexico, pretty much, or is that New Mexico? It's right
Okay.
there on the border.
Let's say Mexican females in El Paso love brothers. I don't know what's happening with the black and Mexican community. I thought that they don't like each other, but it seems like, women. I don't know. I get a lot of information. Here in New York, this Hispanic woman, Mexican woman love brothers out there. In Houston, the Mexican woman and the Hispanic woman love brothers out there in Houston. But in California, Mexican women and Mexican men hate brothers. I hear a lot of different information. Can you break it down for me, KJ? What's really happening? Who hates who? who checks for brothers, and especially in the America sphere, bro?
Bro, everybody is checking for brothers. You think about it, IP. There's a reason the media and propaganda and all these different entities go out of their way and pay so much money to try to demonize us because they know what's up with us. They know we're the ish. You know what I'm saying? So everywhere you go, pretty much in the world, a brother can go anywhere in the world and get women or get a wife or get a girlfriend. That's how it is. Women love black men all over. That's it. Here in the States, they demonize us and they talk crazy about us, and then we get a lot of attitude here. But that's only because that's after the billions and trillions of dollars worth of demonizing, and they need a whole military force and a whole propaganda campaign to demonize us and to talk crazy and talk down on us, and we still come out on top, and the women still love us, even despite all of that.
That's very true. I've always said this, once black men get the economic power, you're going to see a lot more love towards brothers. The fact that we don't have an economic power or social power at the moment, and women are still checking for us. So imagine when we get our ish together. Imagine when we start building,
Exactly.
building businesses, becoming CEO. It's gonna be it's gonna be a game changer. I'm looking forward to seeing our children's as well making that move. Um, Trenches. I
Exactly.
thought I thought they were checking for brothers in San Diego. I heard the women there check for brothers in San Diego. Now you're saying they hate you in Cali, and especially in San Diego. What? I heard that San Diego
Oh
was good
yeah.
for brothers. Yeah, but he's saying that Mexican women hate brothers in San Diego. I mean, I'm going to avoid California. I think California's got a lot of issues there. There's a lot of fakeness there. I
Yeah.
feel like the Asian community and the Hispanic community don't like the black community, so I'm going to avoid California. I'd
Mhm.
rather just go to predominantly black communities, where I know I'll get love as a UK brother. Um, Nate Kelly, can you call him brother Nate Kelly? I mean, I don't know who gets what's going on, man. So are they checking for brothers in San Diego? Brothers in the live stream chat. Are they checking for brothers in San Diego? Because I heard that San Diego was very good for brothers. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just damn. I'm gonna avoid California then. I'm gonna avoid California big time. And brothers, can we get more super chats and cash apps in, please? Can we get more super chats in, brothers? Please support me, and join the Patreon too. Join the Patreon, man. Damn.
And a quick side note too, IP.
Hmm.
Even for example, the Fresh and Fit podcast, I watch that sometimes. And when the women talk about their preferences and what they like, as far as the physical aspect, 9 times out of 10, they always say the same thing. It doesn't matter what race. I'm talking about all across the board: Asian women, white women, Hispanic, black women, even Middle Eastern, all across the board. They like the same thing: tall, dark, and handsome. Typically around the same. They around the same thing. They like the same thing.
Okay. Um, Interesting. Um, hmm. Brothers, call
And
in.
for the
I
if
want
you
to.
even if you're not tall, you still gonna win because you can compensate with other things.
Okay. Brothers, are y'all not gonna call in? I mean, this is a perfect time for you to ask any questions about Mexican women. Don't be shy. We don't bite. We're not vampires. So call in, brothers. We're not Dracula. Call in. If you can't call in, please cash app or super chat your questions. So California is super liberal, but there's a lot of issues there. That's why there's a lot of facade and a lot of lies in these super liberal states and communities. If it's super liberal, then
Yes.
brothers shouldn't be getting any hate. Brothers should be embraced and loved there. But in California, they don't hire black people in the tech scene, Facebook, Google, Silicon Valley. They ignore black people. White people and
Mhm.
Asians come together and oppress Black people in California, particularly in the tech scene. Ain't that true, KJ?
Yeah, I agree, IP. That's why I tell brothers, go where you're appreciated, not tolerated. And if you really want to get the best bang for your buck, this is what I would suggest, brothers, because they love black men everywhere, and you're gonna win everywhere, especially you got your stuff together. But where you're really gonna win for real, especially in the long term, I would say South America and the Caribbean in particular. They have some of the most feminine women, and they appreciate brothers. And some of those Asian countries too, like Philippines, Thailand, also is one of them. Places like that. So some of the Asian countries, like Philippines, Thailand, stuff like that, and South America and the Caribbean. That's where brothers are really, really, really gonna get the best bang for their buck as far as femininity and stuff like that,
Okay, thank you, bro. Um,
and beauty too.
don't forget about Japan as well. Masters of the community, please avoid writing capital letters. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Ransom McKissick for the $2 super chat. Is it safe to use Uber in Mexico or are taxis safer? Good question, brother.
So I'll be honest, I did get pulled over a few times when I was well, we had a what you call it, a rental. We had a car rental from the airport, and they just seen four brothers in the car, and the police stopped. We got stopped like twice, but they were just trying to see. They were basically just being nosy and trying to check our papers and stuff and make sure we were good and stuff like that. They were just, like I say, curious. Like, what did they? It was kind of like a, what are they doing out here? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, oh, so you didn't use Uber or taxis.
Nah, we had a rental when I went out there. But if you decide you want to catch Uber or Lyft or something like that out there, it's pretty safe. You shouldn't have any issues. You shouldn't have any issues with that.
Sorry, how did you get a rental car? Did you arrange for it before you touched down in Mexico, or did you get the car when you got to Mexico?
Yeah, we got the car once we got to Mexico. As soon as we left we already had it booked right when we were leaving out the airport.
Okay, thank you, bro. Um, Deshaun Wilson, are you going to Istanbul soon? Let me know, brother. Um, Thank you for the super chat, Ransom McKissick. Much appreciated, bro. Brothers, if you've not supported the channel this evening, please support the channel. And make sure you join the Patreon. Press A1 in the chat if you will be joining the International Passport Patreon. I live in Silicon Valley and work for a company that is on site at Google. I don't know about California. I might have to skip California, man. Just a garbage state. Trying to see here. Brothers, call in. I don't know why you're not calling in. Don't be shy, brothers. We don't bite. If you can't call in, cash up or super chat your questions. Do you have anything else you want to add, KJ?
Get your passport, brothers. Listen to me and listen to me good. Get your passport. I'm telling you. One of the best investments you can make. I got mine in 2017. Been to a lot of different places, and I haven't looked back since. It's a completely different world, completely different experience. Outside, if you brothers are in the US, it's a completely different just perspective and outlook on everything. Everything is different in a lot of these other places. And if you're looking for a woman, easy, easy work, man. You don't got to take her on. You don't got to take her on 4 or 5 dates to get her in bed with you or to hook up. You know what I'm saying? If she likes you, she likes you. She's gonna let you know she likes you, and it's not gonna be like a secret or anything. It's gonna be pretty obvious. And just have fun too, man. Just have fun, enjoy yourself when you go to these places. Watch your surroundings and network. That's another important thing too. When you go to a lot of these places, what I like to do in particular, network. get in contact with some of these people who live out there, some of the locals. You can get their social media and follow them. I still follow a few people from out there, so just have a good time and interact with the people out there.
Okay, thank you, bro. Shout out to Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. IP California is complete super liberal. That's why I'm out. Yes, indeed. Thank you for supporting the channel, Conrad Grant. Yep, I agree with you, brother. Too liberal. A lot of fakeness, a lot of shade, a lot of nonsense, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I hate California. I'm gonna say that. I hate it. It's just, and there's a lot of lies there. You know, if it truly is a liberal state, brothers should be getting love out there. Brothers should be getting opportunities out there. Asians and Indians and Chinese shouldn't be coming together to lock black people out of the tech scene in Silicon Valley. That's where the wealth is, and they're locking out black people there. Those racist white people, Asians and Indians. You know that ain't right. But that's supposed to be a liberal state. Bunch of BS, man. You know, N-word use, Mexicans hating black. I'm sick of that state, man. California, I'm just tired of that state. Hollywood making brothers look bad. If Hollywood really was for brothers, we should be seeing brothers in suits. We should be seeing brothers, black American men, making big moves. Black American men shown in positive light. Black American men being lawyers, doctors, wearing suits. But every time Hollywood shows black American men as gangsters, thugs, killing each other, no respect. I'm tired of it, man. I'm sick of it. If California was truly liberal, if Hollywood was truly liberal, they should not be showing bad images of black American men. You know, sick of it. Tired of these liberal states, man. I'm tired of it. Let me bring in Ransom McKissick. Are you ready, brother? Give me a thumbs up. Mr. Ransom McKissick, give me a thumbs up, brother, if you're ready to come in. The fuck? Okay, let me bring in Ransom McKissick. Give me a thumbs up.
Hi.
How you doing, brother?
Good. Hi, I have a question. Okay, I've been invited to a wedding, and
yeah, brother. You got me in your background. You need to mute me on YouTube.
Hi. I have a question. Okay,
Yeah.
I've been invited to a wedding, and
Ransom, you got me. You need to mute me on YouTube, bro.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay,
Good, brother.
Good. Yeah, I have a question. I've been invited to a wedding in Matamoros, Mexico, in late July. I was just wondering, what would be the kosher way to dress for a wedding? I assume since it's going to be kind of warm, probably like a light colored suit, like maybe a beige suit, or what do you think is more kosher for a wedding down there?
So I would say light colored. That's pretty good. You should be good with light colored suit. Just go out there clean cut, looking good, smelling good. A button up preferably would be a nice button up shirt would be nice.
Okay.
Some nice dress shoes, slacks, some nice dress pants or some slacks will be good. If you wanna, you don't really have to. They're not really big on jewelry or anything like that out there, but a nice watch will be cool too. Even nice watch.
Okay.
And then that's really about it, man. You keep it simple. You don't have to be flashy or anything really like that out there. You just be clean cut and a few things here and there, and you good to go.
Okay. Would it be safe to go to a nightclub after?
Oh yeah, go out and have some drinks, have some fun. Go to the go to the area that has other lounges and bars around it. I personally wouldn't go to it. I would find like a strip that has a street full of nightclubs and bars
Okay.
and stuff like that. That's gonna be one of some of the safer areas, and that's going to be a best bet. Police all over, like as far as safety, police all over places,
Okay. Lastly, hotel vice Airbnb.
and
Airbnb
security. They
is
have
relatively
security.
safe.
They have burners, security.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. How about hotels versus Airbnb?
So, what was that again, brother? I couldn't hear you. It cut out.
How about I'm sorry. How about hotels versus
Okay,
Airbnb?
hotel
Are
versus
these completely
Airbnb.
safe?
I think me personally, I like Airbnbs better. You get more. Are you talking about just the safeness of it, or just staying there?
The safeness of it. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Hey, you brothers got some AOL dial-up internet, man. What's going on with you brothers? Got some AOL dial-up internet, bruv. Um, KJ, you there, brother? McKissick, you got the TV on in your background or something?
Yeah.
Turn it off, please, brother, because
Okay.
it's background noise.
Okay. All right.
Come on, bro. Let me bring in KJ. Earth to KJ, Earth to KJ.
Can you guys hear
Mayday,
me?
Mayday.
Yeah,
Are
I
Can
you
you
can.
there,
guys hear
brother?
me?
Loud and
Yes.
clear, brother.
Hmm.
Yes.
You,
All right. So he
IP,
said
you can hear me?
hotel or Airbnb, KJ. Loud and clear, brother.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yes.
the question is hotel or Airbnb.
Hmm.
Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. It cut out. So me personally, I lean more towards Airbnbs. You get more space. You get to kind
Hmm.
of almost. It almost kind of you can pick a place that fits your style and your liking even better. There's more features that come with the Airbnb. A hotel is cool too. They're typically going to be you're not going to have as much space, and especially if you're with multiple people. If you're going to be with other people, I would definitely recommend an Airbnb. But a hotel is cool though too for security, and but some hotels have rules and are kind of strict, and you have a limit to people that you can bring into your room, and sometimes they won't even let you like bring certain people to your room and stuff like that in certain places in certain areas. So I favor more towards Airbnb because you get a little bit more of flexibility, and you get more options when you're staying over there and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Thanks so much. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, bro. Stay on the line if you want to,
No
McKissick.
problem, man.
If you have any more questions, brother. Ransom,
Okay.
you can stay on the line if you want to. I'll put you on mute though. Shout out to Jalil for the $30 super chat. What's up, Jalil, man? Thank you so much for that incredible donation, brothers. You see this right here, brothers? You see this right here, brothers? This is love right there, man. $30. That's love, brothers, man. Brothers. Appreciate you, Jalil. Been a minute, bro. Been a minute indeed. Thank you, brother. Uh, just taking care of business. I sent you a request on IG and Twitter. I don't use social media like that, but keep up the great content and shout out to the fam for keeping the movement strong. Salute to you too, Jalil. Hope all is well in your life, brother. Please send me a message again on IG, brother, so we can speak one to one again. It has been a minute, brother. I hope you're keeping well. Thank you so much for showing love, man. Appreciate the super chat, brother, and it means a lot to me, brother. So thank you very much, brother. Lovely seeing you here again, brother. Thank you. Um, City of Truth 91. Can you turn your camera on in the background just so I know you're not a troll? Then you can turn it off afterwards. I just got to verify you, bro. Okay, he's gone. Okay, that's cool. Do you have any more questions, Ransom McKissick? Okay, you stay on the background there. Brothers, feel free to call in. If you can't call in, please cash app or super chat your questions. Please call in, please cash app or super chat your question, brothers. Come on, brothers, man. Come on, brothers. Come on, you brothers. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. Come on, you brothers. Come on, lads. Call in, brothers. You know, getting lads. Oh, go on, Ransom.
Yeah, I have another question. This is kind of an off the wall question, but I mean, how prevalent are scopolamine attacks? Have you heard of anybody getting scoped essentially in
What's that?
Mexico?
What is
Have,
that, brother?
have you heard of anybody getting scoped, or like scopolamine attack in Mexico? I know it's prevalent in Colombia, but how about Mexico?
What does that mean? Scopolamine.
Oh, scope it's the devil's breath. It's something that they put in your drink, and it basically makes you a zombie, and you do what they say, like empty out your bank account or whatever.
Ah,
Oh, that's what my mom always told me, man. Keep your drinks covered everywhere you go.
Yeah.
When you're out and about and you drinking, and you got your cup. You know what I'm saying? Definitely keep it covered or keep it within where you can see it. Keep it in sight. I haven't heard of any. I didn't deal with that personally when I was out there, but there were so when I was in a club, I'm a very observant type of person. When I was in a club, there were a few dudes kind of just walking around, kind of, I'm looking at them like, oh, okay, what are these guys up to? But I didn't see them putting any I didn't see them doing any of that. But it does happen. I have heard of stuff like that though, brothers. So brothers definitely need to, that's why I tell them keep their eyes open and pay attention to your surroundings. But as far as Mexico City, nah, I didn't experience any of that. See, everybody was too drunk to even be doing all that. They wasn't worried. They wasn't worried about me.
Okay. All right. Here's a final question. Like, how much Spanish should a person get down? Like just conversational, or do you recommend being fluent? Like, how about how much Spanish should get you by?
Yeah, so I know some like basic Spanish, like kind of greeting and stuff like that, and I was able to pull with just that. Now, I've seen brothers pull with just the translator. I know brothers who don't really know any Spanish at all, really, and they just pull the translator out and they can pull beautiful women. I'm talking about beautiful.
Mm,
But um, I would say if you want a wife out there, and because you got to understand, if you get married to one of these women out there, you're gonna be interacting with her family and all her people and stuff like that. So you definitely want to be as tight as fluent as you can if you want to look for something serious or if you want to look for something long term.
mhm.
Now, if you just want to hook up and if you just want to date out there, a little bit will get you by, or the translator will get you by. But if you're looking for something serious or a wife, or if you're trying to build a family with any of these women out there, I'd highly, highly recommend learning as much as you can, or even getting fluent if you can.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks. That's all the questions I had. Thank you so much.
okay. Thank you, Ransom McKissick. Thank you, brother.
Oh yeah, thank you, brother.
Uh,
Peace.
so, brothers, call in, brothers, call in. If you can't call in, please cash up or super chat your questions. KJ, how long longer can you stay on the stream?
If brothers are popping in, I can answer a couple of more questions.
Okay. Miss International, can you turn your camera on in the background, brother? Just so I know you're not a troll.
Help my
Yes.
brothers out, give them some
Verified.
intel.
Thank you, brother. Let me bring in Miss International. What's going on, Miss International?
Yo, what's up, brothers? My man, Ransom McKissick. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Yeah, it's nice to
What's
see
going
y'all, man. And
What's going on, brother?
it's a great stream so far.
Thank
Oh
you,
man,
brother.
life is going and it's all good. And this is another country off the list on our agenda, man. We're catching up to NATO with all these countries.
That's a good one, man. That's
Hey,
a good
IP,
one.
it's good to
Thank
see
you,
you
brother.
too, IP. You know, it's all love.
It's good to see you as well, Miss International. Hope you're keeping well, brother. Thank you. Do you have any questions for our guests, Miss International? What the hell's going on? Brother, do you have any questions for our guests?
Except
Yo, y'all got some dodgy internet in America, man. It's supposed to be a first world country, but y'all got some
Big Sur.
AOL. The hell's going on?
It's lagging a little bit.
Yeah, it's lagging a lot. Y'all need to get off that AOL plan, that dial-up plan, and get on some 5G fiber internet, man. Get some Verizon internet,
Man,
man. Yeah, yeah.
they're trying to cripple the stream, man. They don't want it to be great. They're trying to cripple us, man.
It's true,
Facts.
man. Evil forces at work, man, but they ain't gonna win, man. Good always prevails over evil. All right, carry on, Miss International. I think we're back.
Yeah, all right. So, a part of Mexico, isn't it called like Big Sur or something like that, or Big Surf or something like that? I don't know what it's called, but I was interested in. I gotta find out what the name is, but I'm really interested in Mexico. More of the story is, and from your experience, guest speaker, what is it really a great place that all brothers in the string gotta check out? Like, would like today is about Mexico and stuff. Like, is it really worth it?
Yes, I highly recommend brothers to check out Mexico because it's very affordable. The prices are good, so you can get more for less. That's one thing. The women are checking for you. The food, I didn't even talk much about the food, but man, the food is is on point. They make everything from scratch. It tastes delicious, man. They make everything from scratch, and it tastes very more organic, and it gets you full quick. You know what I'm saying? Puebla in particular, which is further south of Mexico, Puebla has a volcano, and a lot of brothers don't know this. A lot of people don't know this, but that was actually where you heard of Cinco de Mayo, right? Like you brothers have heard of
Yeah,
Cinco de
I've heard
Mayo.
Yeah,
Cinco.
yeah, I have. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So so Puebla, where we went, we drove a few. That's a few hours from Mexico City. We drove out there. That was actually where Cinco de Mayo, the Battle of Puebla, was fought. That's where Cinco de Mayo comes from. It comes from the Battle of Puebla, and that's actually where the Black Maroons fought to help Mexico get their independence. So that was actually the black people fighting in that war. So actually a little piece of black history right there.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna get another question out the way. A good question. Um, so if you had to say, what is the best kind of like beachy area, the best water? I know there's some beaches where there's like seaweed um on the shores in Mexico. From your experience, what would you say is the best beach city?
If you want to get oh, okay, if you for a beach type of vibe, your best bet is going to be Cancun, Tulum, or Nuevo Vallarta. Those three, and I think it was another. Those three in particular are at the top of the list as far as beaches go.
Why
Tulum,
is that though?
Cancun. It's popular, and the scenery, it looks nice. The beaches are clean. You get good service. The prices are good. You're gonna encounter a lot of English speaking people, so it's not just Spanish. It's a lot of people who speak English as well. So the communication is easy, and they got everything. The food's good. Whatever you need. The
So with
females, of
that being
course.
said, oh yeah, how's the females there before I bring up what's the best city? Tell me how the females are.
Oh yeah, I haven't been to Cancun and Tulum, but I have a lot of friends who went, and they tell me about their experience there. I have went to Nueva Vallarta, but yeah, they walk up to you, man. Some of them, in some cases, they'll walk up to you, see if you need anything, check up on you, ask you questions. They'll the choosing signals are heavy all over Mexico in general, especially for brothers. The choosing signals are going to be heavy for sure.
Do the beachy
And
girls got kind of like a different look than the city girls? Because you said they age pretty bad. Like I guess like let's say at
Yeah,
Mexico's
so
city compared to a beachy chick, how would they age different?
the women on the beach are going to be have more of a tan, and a lot of them are fit. A lot of them are going to be fit and in good shape, and at a lot of these resorts and beach areas, that's some of the requirements too. Is for them to be a lot of them to be fit and for them to be fine and stuff like that. So when you go to some of these like Cancun, Tulum, stuff like that, some of these resorts and beaches, a lot of these women are already gonna come like that. You know what I'm saying? On top of the femininity and everything else.
Okay,
And so
hold on.
out of all you want to say something, IP?
Yes, hold on, brother. Shout out to Almighty Reed for the $5 super chat. I know high level Spanish and can somewhat mimic the Puerto Rican accent. Would that help me, or would I be better off pretending I barely know Spanish? KJ?
Um, let's see. He said high level Spanish, and yeah, because there's different types of Spanish. There's like they can say they got Puerto Rican Spanish is different from Dominican Spanish, and then the Mexican Spanish is different. Um, I would say just do it's subtle differences. I don't think it's that much different though, but there's like little subtle differences and certain different things that you may have to adjust to. But if the brother said he said he knows Spanish, high level Spanish,
Yes.
and can mimic yeah. So he should be he'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, he should be
Okay.
good. In pretty much most Spanish speaking countries, he'll be good.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. IP will be in Costa Rica permanently by December. Wonderful to hear, Lord willing. Great job there, Conrad Grant. Hoping that everything goes well for you in Costa Rica. Thank you, brother. Carry on, Mr. International.
So what would be the hands down best nightlife city? Um, and so give me that one, and then give me the most underrated. Because really, those three the last beach place that you talked about where you actually went, man, you got to write that down for brothers in the comment, man, if it's really that nice. And so what's the best nightlife city, and then what's the best underrated one?
Yeah, underrated one. I didn't. Mexico City is pretty underrated as far as the nightlife. I didn't know they was getting down like that. They was partying pretty heavy out there. So Mexico City for the underrated one. For the at the top of the list for party city, I would say Cancun. You're gonna have a lot of fun in Cancun. That might be at the top as far as Mexico goes for partying and nightlife and stuff like that. I would probably say Cancun. I've heard the most stories from there and seen all types of vlogs and people. I got a lot of intel on Cancun. All the celebrities. That's where they like to go and stuff like that. A lot of beautiful women and beautiful scenery out there. And yeah, it's a good place to turn up.
All right, bro. Thanks for the answers.
I highly recommend Cancun.
Yep. Thanks for everything, IP. Yep. It's all good.
Thank you,
This is
Miss.
another classic. You know, I gotta say it. I always say if it's a good stream, this is another classic, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother. Shout out to Intellect for the $2 super chat. Thank you, brother, for another super chat. Thank you, bro. Um, do you know which region is best to find mesitas?
So the close the closer you get to Texas, you're gonna find more mestizas. The closer you are to Texas, because there's a lot of mestizas here in Texas as well, and they kind of branch off over there. So I haven't been to the western part of Mexico, but if you're anywhere close to Texas, you're gonna run across a lot of those. The closer you, so I would say the east coast, the east side of Mexico, the east side, because it's close to Texas, El
Okay.
Paso, and stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. As you can see on the screen, brothers, make sure you join the Patreon. That'd be great. Is any brother going to call in within the next 5 minutes? If not, I will end the stream. It's been a great stream so far, but you brothers are not calling in. Don't be shy, brothers. We don't bite. We're not Dracula. We're not vampires. Call in. Ask the questions that's needed. Okay. Where's the... And brothers, make sure you comment on this video when it goes live on my channel. When I upload it on my channel, please. Comments are very helpful for the algorithm. So please comment on this video when I end the stream. Thank you. Is that it? Is no one going to call in? 5 more minutes. If no one calls in 5 minutes, I end the stream. Ransom McKissick, do you have any last questions for the guest at all?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, thank you, brother. Are you a California native? Were you born in California?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was born in East Palo Alto, raised east side of San Jose. I now make my home in West San Jose. So I've lived here all my life, except for the 6 years I was in the Navy.
Okay, yeah, you've got a very strong Californian accent.
I didn't think we had an accent. I thought everybody else had an accent. We talk regular.
Thank you, brother. Lovely seeing you again, brother. Thank you for your super chat. Miss International, do you have any closing statements for our guest?
Yeah, see, I don't know if you covered this earlier, but so I know there's a lot of tourists come and stuff like that, right? So yeah, I'm doing something. Oh.
You good, bro? Let me put you on mute. It might be a private conversation between Miss International. I can't mute you. Okay, I've muted you now, brother. Miss International. We'll wait until he's done. KJ, do you have anything else you want to say, brother?
Yeah, man. More than anything, brothers, just have fun, man. When you go on these trips, get your passport. Pretty sure a lot of you brothers already got y'all passports. If not, man, you definitely got to go get that. I only paid $100 for mine, so it's, that's $100 is nothing to travel the world. But yeah, just have fun and make connections, man. You never know when you may need a connection from a person in another country, or if you need to connect with someone on another side of the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really big on networking and just making connections and just networking and meeting people and stuff like that. Yeah, we talk about women a lot and stuff like that. That's cool too. Definitely gonna have fun with women, but definitely want to network. Have fun and network, make connections, and just be yourself, man. We don't gotta play into the stereotypes. Some of these places do have stereotypes about brothers, but once they meet us and get to chopping it up with us and talking to us, man, they see us for the real us, man. All that stuff they put to the side. You know what I'm saying? And they find out we cool people. We just like everybody else, man.
Let me ask this, brother. Where do you find cheap flights? What websites do you go on to find cheap flights?
Cheap flights. You can go Frontier Airlines. Frontier Airlines is a good one. Of course, Spirit, but a lot of people don't like Spirit. They always talking mess about Spirit. I've never flown Spirit, but hey, they got cheap flights. So hey, so Frontier Airlines, Spirit. What else? There's another one. Southwest I think Southwest has good deals sometimes. United also has some good deals sometimes too. United, I fly with them a lot also. But yeah, brother, y'all could just have fun, man.
Okay, brother. And where else have you traveled to apart from Mexico? What other countries have you traveled to?
So I've been to Dominican Republic. I've been to Panama in Central America. I've been there. I've been to Mexico a few times, and I'll be in Colombia. I want to go to Colombia in a few months, so I'm planning that trip right now.
Okay, quick question. How did the woman, how was Panama? How did the woman treat you there? Make it very brief, brother. How did the woman treat you there in Panama? And were they good looking?
Yeah, so it's pretty similar. There's more black women and melanated women out there in Panama, so I was definitely feeling that. And they're really cool, bro. They hip to they're in tune and hip to what's going on here in the States. So they're very they understand our culture out there in Panama, and they relate, and they like our music, our swag, and they're very open and welcome. They're cool ass people out there.
Brother, can we set up a stream about Panama literally next week?
You know what, man? We gonna have to do that, IP.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that, man, because
We probably
I'm
gonna have to
definitely
do that because the brothers need to know what's going on.
yeah, definitely, man. I think Panama is one of my top destinations. Obviously, they got sisters there, feminine. Yeah, I definitely need to we need that intel about Panama, bro. But I'll reach out to you to set out, brother. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Okay.
sure.
Thank you, bro. Miss International, you back?
Yeah, man. My mom was just telling me to take out the trash and stuff. But that shit get me. Excuse my language. That gets me hot, man. That's how serious I take this stream. You know, I don't like no interruptions. It's like one of the few things when it comes on. When it comes on, I like to get involved with this because this is a serious movement, man. So, but it's all good. You know, no big problem. My fault. But the question I was going to ask is crazy. First of all, I'm gonna say, yo, I've been talking to this one chick, man. She looks like Nia Long. Y'all know who Nia Long is, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So she like Nia Long, and she's Panamanian. Yeah, man. She's A1. I'm not gonna lie. She looks black. Like she looks like, bro. Man, bro. She is Nia Long, bro. For real. Like exactly like her. Like it's crazy, bro. But
Mm.
all right. So the last question I was gonna say, I don't know if you answered it, but what is the different races you're gonna run into when you go to Mexico? The most you know, the like the high ratio, like anything like that stands out that you want to talk about. It's like, yo, man, you might find a gem over here in Mexico, mixed girls or whatever. Like, what's any rare diamonds in there?
So it's mostly gonna be white Hispanic women out there for the most part. You have you have your fair share of white women also. And for the sisters, if you want some black women, you're gonna have to go more south. That's gonna be where your darker, more like the women, the further south you go, especially when you get to south, like deep south, like Central America. It's gonna be mostly black people, which is like the Panama area and all that type of stuff. Like there's a lot of black people over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Miss International. Um, shout out to Intellect for the $2 super chat. I need a Becky G looking Mexicana. I know who Becky G is. She's pretty cute. Got a gap in her teeth though, but she's all right. Yeah, I mean, you find that in Mexico, brother, and hopefully you do find that chick, brother. And don't forget Japanese women too. You know, don't forget Japanese women too. KJ, are you into Japanese chicks?
You said, am I into Japanese chicks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
That's a
it. I'm
no.
gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. IP. I like the Filipino joints is nice. I like Filipinos.
Mm. Yeah.
As far as as far as like Asia or that side of the world, those are the ones I'm mostly attracted to. I've seen some beautiful Thailand women also, and I've seen some pretty good looking Japanese women too. But my preference would be Filipino or Thai.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, Miss International. Thank you, brother, for calling in. I want to say a huge thank you to every other brother. Um, Someone said good luck. Renaissance Pookie, why do you say that, brother? Why do you say good luck lasting 50 minutes with Japanese women? Do you mean it in the bedroom or in terms of dating them? Are they horrible to date or something, bro? Um, Speak on that, brother. If you can call in, I can extend the stream for a bit more. But in the meantime, brothers, please make sure you join the Patreon. The Patreon is a very great uh, um, place for extra benefits. I want to get you brothers into IT. The reason why many brothers can travel the world is because IT is funding their travels. So please, brothers, join the Patreon. How's that noise? Brothers, please join the Patreon, brothers. If you want to have one-to-one consultations, it's super cheap. Press a one in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. Press a one in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon. You can join the Facebook group here, the International Passport Facebook group. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and send me a DM if needed. Retweet my tweets, like my tweets. Let's give more information out. Let's get this moving out to other brothers. Yes, Gian Watkins, information technology brother. Please, Gian Watkins, Keith Jenkins, Miss International, Snake Eyes, please join the Patreon as soon as possible. We're going ham in the Discord server discussing IT, and you have one-to-one consultations with me. I want to get you brothers into IT as soon as possible so you can fund your travels. Please follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM on Instagram. You can view my stories, view my videos, view my photos, my past travel photos only on Instagram. So please follow me on Instagram, brothers, okay? Send me a DM if needed. Um, the Cash App is open 24/7. I'm here for you, brothers. So please support me via the Cash App. That's open 24/7. Any donation it'll be great to keep me going. Time is money, and I'm giving you brothers a lot of my time. I could be using this time to fix my own personal life, but I care about you, brothers. So please hit the super chats, hit the Cash Apps. That'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you like the video when this video is released on my channel. Um, Make sure you comment on this video when it's released on my channel. Comments help out the algorithm. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Welcome aboard the International Passport Movement. And when you do subscribe to my channel, make sure you press the notification bell to always and all notifications, just so you never miss an upload, live stream, post, or anything else from me on this channel. That goes for any existing subscribers too. So make sure you hit all notification bells. Again, here's a link to the incredible Patreon. There's a lot of members on the Patreon, and I want to see more members on the Patreon because I want to save you brothers' lives. Okay, so please join the Patreon. DMV, can you turn your camera on in the background just so I know you're not a troll? Then I'll add you in. It's on. I can't see you, bro. We got to see your face. I see a TV, brother. Turn the light on, bro. Show your face, DMV, just so I know you're not a troll. Move your. Yep, I see you, brother. Thank you, bro. Turn your camera off. Let me bring in DMV. Hey, hold on. Hey, KJ, you got some ice cream truck there in the background, brother?
Nah, what you mean?
I'm hearing some dings going on, bro. Everything okay?
Oh, that's my phone, man. People blowing me, people blowing me up.
Damn, you got the chicks ready for you at this time? Okay, brother. I won't
Yeah.
take your time for too long. What's up, DMV? How you doing, brother?
Can you hear me?
I
Oh
can hear you, bro.
snap!
You got the TV on in the background, DMV?
No, let me turn. No, I got the fan. What's happening? Shit I'm in Mexico right now.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Where are you in Mexico, bro?
That's what's
I'm
up.
at Tijuana.
Tijuana, okay. And how are the women treating you so far?
Man, good. But the thing about me is, I mess with more of the Afro, like the Afro Mexicans, like the indigenous ones. You got to go like farther outside the indigenous parts of Mexico. That's where all the black Mexicans are.
Okay, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
you getting a lot of play from the women there in Tijuana. They're treating you
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But I mean, I like Hispanic women, but I like more the Afro Hispanic women more.
So in Tijuana, is it mostly white Latino women?
Yeah, yeah. So when I like, you gotta go further out Mexico. You know what I'm saying? To all the indigenous parts. You know what I'm saying? Because like, see, Mexico, they don't really the census papers. They forget about the Afro population, but it's a lot of Afro Latinos like further out Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, brother, are you not running through the white Latina chicks? You're not smashing them,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I did some, but you know me, I like chocolate. I ain't gonna lie, man. I like the big lips, big titties, big noses, and the curves. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about this. I don't like. I mean, I mess with white women, but I'm stuck with Afro. I'm just being honest, man. Just like when I go to when I go to Thailand, I like the ambiguous Thailand woman, the darkest skinned Thailand woman.
Yeah, I agree.
So when they say black men are colorist and stuff like that, the majority of black men that go to these South American countries or Asian countries, we go there to deal with the indigenous population of women. You know what I'm saying? With the black features. That's all I had to say, man. That's all I had to say, man. And out here in Mexico, they love us, especially the European Latinos. But I don't like them like that. I'm messing with the the Afro Latinos. That's straight up. That's all I had to say to you, player. That's all. I'm out.
Before you go, brother, can you reach out to me on IG?
I got you. I'll reach out to you, man. I see IG right there pinned up. Okay, I'm about to reach out to you.
And let's speak on the phone, okay, brother, over IG. Just want to see how long you're going to be there in Tijuana for and get some more intel, okay, brother?
I got you. I'll put you on to me, man. I IG locked down with these Afro Latinos, especially Afro Mexicans. I got you, bro. I'm gonna reach out to you, though. I gotta get a girl, man. I got some food with you for me.
Okay, brother. Look after yourself over there, okay?
I got you.
All right, take it easy, bro. Thank you. So I'm gonna end the stream now. It's been a very long stream. I'm super tired. It's Monday over here. KJ, thank you very much, bro. It's been awesome having you, brother. You've been a great guest. Do you have anything else you want to say before I end the stream, brother?
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me, IP man. I've been watching your content for a long time now, over a year at this point. And I want to speak on a point that the brother made too about about our women, our black women, especially when we go to some of these other countries. Like, there's this misconception that brothers are running to the white women and brothers are running to the European women. Like, most of us brothers, man, we looking for we want some black women. We want some sisters. We want big lips, dark skin, fat ass, all that. We want all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a misconception on us that we just running out to the white women and we chasing after all these other different type of women. We like them too, but man, let's keep it all the way 100. Ain't nothing like that chocolate, man. Straight up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I told you, my number one choice in foreign woman is a black foreign woman from Colombia, from Brazil, from Panama. I just love that brown skin.
Oh man, them Brazilian ones.
Yeah, man. Easily did. And that's what brothers want. That's what most brothers want. So it's so good here. Shout out to Marcus, Margaram, for the £1.53 cash app. Thank you, bro. He says for Mexico live stream. Thank you for your support, Marcus. Much appreciated, bro. Thank you. So KJ, thank you, bro. I'll reach out to you this week to set up the Panama live stream. Looking forward to it. So brothers, I hope to see many of you brothers join the Patreon. Here's a link to it again one more time. Make sure you join the Patreon, brothers. Please join the Patreon. The Patreon is the truth. Please join the Patreon, and me and KJ might do an explicit Patreon stream, and that will only be for the Patreon. So thank you, KJ. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you to everyone who cash apped. Thank you to everyone who super chatted. Thank you to everyone who commented. Make sure you comment on this video when it's released on my channel. Thank you, brothers, and good evening, good night, and good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are around the world. Thank you, brothers. International